All right, we did it. I hit the button. We still got some time. We still have time, like 45 minutes. Technically speaking, I'm early today, which is new for me. Uncharted waters. Okay, big stream. Big stream today. What's up? Is it Felipe? Is that how I say it? Felipe? Joshua, welcome, brother. What up? What up? Y'all beat the Twitch. YouTube beat Twitch today. No way. All right, tweets got to go out. Roadmap time. Oh, damn. Hold on. I wasn't sure if I should make the YouTube title just like Halo Update, if that would attract more viewers, or Roadmap, if you guys care about the HCS Roadmap. Damn, YouTube popping. Disco, Sav, is it Being? Sav, Woodsy, Silius? Hold on a sec. Welcome, guys. I appreciate y'all. All right, so plans for today, because we still got 45 minutes to burn. El Sibs in the Twitch chat. Let's go, brother. I think we're going to watch some content together until Halo goes live. I love the music. How we doing, guys? Welcome, Macho Man. What's coming with the update? Did you watch my video? You didn't watch my video, did you? Charlie, what's up? Welcome. Optic versus SSG versus SR. I mean, we know them now. We know the teams, right? No more surprises. We're waiting on FaZe to finally announce their roster, which I've got a good idea of who it is. But roster mania is essentially over. Essentially over. Let me get some water. I forgot to get water, guys. Give me 1 sec. Back in business. Back in business. You know me, dog. Do I? Welcome, brother. Is it high trophic? King Titan? Here he is. I was so early, Twitch chat broke for me. Excuses. No way. Alt with the initial, the first sub of the day. Roadmap day, baby. We're trying to hit 343. Let's see if we can hit 343 subs. It feels... You know, like the timing is right to be at 343 subs for this announcement. Curls. McPizza party. About 45 minutes from now, the stream is supposed to start. So 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. PST. So if you're tuning in with me, we're this is the pre-show. This is the waiting room. We're going to watch some content together. I have this, like, there's this Esports video I want to watch that I thought might be fun content. It's not even like Halo specific. It's about like pro gamers and esports. And then the SSG reveal. If you guys aren't aware, Space Station locked in their roster. They announced yesterday. It was probably the most hype like announcement video I've ever seen. What teams have been announced? We know Optic. We know SSG. We know Shopify. Those are locked in. Complexity's locked in. ITB is no longer ITB, but the team itself is locked in. So we got 2 different European rosters, right? Or like top 2 European rosters with Jimbo's team as well. Also doesn't have an org. And then I guess Soul Snipe and his team are missing 1 player. Also doesn't have an org, right? We don't know about Boo Boo, who might be on C9. We don't know about Lethal. We don't know where Lethal's going. It's a GFW Master. Welcome, brother. This is the way. Let's raise that up. What happened to ITB? Unfortunately... There was some controversy with the CEO. It seems like he had been embezzling money. Chase with the YouTube follow. Let's go, brother. Thank you. I don't know. It's really unfortunate, honestly. It sounds like he was taking money that was meant to go to salaries and other aspects of the business and spending it on narcotics. Like, I don't know. There's updates about it on Twitter. I don't want to be the guy to explain it, but it was a pretty sad situation. Yeah. Train me. Stick around. Maybe I will. Not today, though. Onyx in Season 2, I haven't played since this past week. Oh, well, step 1 would be you got to play the game without me. You're going to have to do a little bit of that. ITB info? Okay, thank you. I'll share that if that's like a good source, hopefully. I'm gonna trust you, Nitro. Here, go check out that link, or you could check out Twitter. ITB's Twitter has an official announcement, and then the CEO themselves is the one who admitted to what went wrong in the organization. This is an esports problem. This is not a Halo problem. I use a Battle Beaver controller. Recommend for a paddle user? I use Battle Beaver because of the paddle design. Soda! Hello. So I use all 6. Middle finger hits the upper 2 on each side, and then my third finger hits the lower one. But I just use my index finger for the bumper and the trigger. Right? We all have unique ways of interacting with the controller, but the paddle design is why I buy Battle Beaver. Everything else outside of paddle design, it's solid. Like, it's a great controller, but there are other controllers that are very competitive in the other areas, you know what I mean? So, it's tough. There's no one perfect controller. What's with straight ripping? Didn't quite catch that on my previous vid. You guys got to watch the videos. What's up, Dom? I put a lot of work into that video, and then I released it at freaking 1:30 a.m., and nobody watched it. And I knew that was going to happen. I knew it. Nothing happened with straight ripping. They announced that they had wanted to increase their participation in the tournaments by having a booth like a year ago. But as far as like sponsoring a team, we've heard nothing. I have no idea. This part of the song right here. This is the HCS music. So dope.
Oh, that is just good Halo right there. That is just
damn good Halo.
Oh my god.
Great timing, brother. 9 months. Let's go. XJX4520. Welcome back, brother. 9 months. Twitch, baby. With the resub. Excellent timing with the music. Not everybody def checked it out. Let's go, Christopher. You're a real one. If you watch the YouTube video, you are a real one. I crammed it together as quickly as I could because it's going to be sort of irrelevant, or at least half of it is going to be irrelevant, right? Because we're going to get the full details today. We're going to see the update, figure out whether or not the stuff that we had kind of wished for, if any of it's going to come true. And then the second half of the video actually has a lot of good stuff, good conversation stuff that's like kind of evergreen, but it's a long video. You know, it's a long video. I was just hoping that I could get it out earlier, unfortunately, so you guys would actually watch it or listen to it. It's like a podcast, bro. You got chicken, lettuce, and mayo sandwich with paprika fries. The fries sound fancy. Sounds like a solid lunch. But I had salmon steaks, 2 of them, and jasmine rice with avocado that I like mashed up, and Szechuan peanut sauce on the rice, and mix it all together. I didn't have veggies, dude. I had tangerines. I should have had I have a big salad I'm gonna have later, and a protein shake, and creatine. HCS Toronto. You know what? So okay, let's temper our expectations. Okay, I would love it, but let's temper our expectations. Okay. There's a chance that it might be very similar to last year, and I wouldn't be surprised if it is, like, nearly identical to last year, okay? Hope my guy Drake performs at HCS Toronto. Bro, add it to the wish list. What should we watch? We should watch something. We're going to get ads on everything I'm not subscribed to. Hi, Foxy. It's been a while. Looking well-dressed. Thank you. Is this update big, or is it going to be 400 megabytes of desync fixes? When do they ever fix desync, brother? To make jiggle peeking even more busted. So I believe we're going to get an update on the strafing situation and jiggle peeking. So I'm hoping that we see I don't know. I'm worried. Like we had this conversation. I'm worried about the potential of nerfing the strafe in any way. What that might mean for the rest of the game. We know we've got ranked squad battle coming, which sounds exciting. Music always hits hard. We know we've got Origin coming, which I hope actually holds up performance-wise. I'm worried that the performance on the map is not going to be great.
This is the way.
Last Shot. Yeah, I mean, we're big Last Shot fans now.
This is the way.
Is it Wea with the follow? Thank you. Welcome. After the video I did, right? But I actually have some content I kind of want to watch with you guys before the thing goes live. That said, it's not going to be long now, right? It's about just over half an hour. Saw a tweet from me earlier, so I've been out of the loop. They adding strafe inertia like OG Halo. I think that's happening. The hints that we've been getting from Lucid, from Snakebite, maybe even Tashi, don't quote me on that, is it sounds like they are working on some sort of a fix for jiggle peeking and addressing the strafe inertia concerns. So that's actually likely to be talked about. I just need him to carry me in matchmaking. What's the roadmap? Dallas, Arlington. It's going to be Texas for half of it. I'll say that right now. Isn't there's a DreamHack, I think, Dallas event coming up for, and I think Call of Duty's going to be there in the summer or something like that. Am I tripping? That might be a good opportunity for Halo to... One exciting thing with Halo is aligning themselves with other larger esports at events, like jumping in and piggybacking off of Call of Duty's popularity, right? Surprised not Seattle? Seattle will be Worlds. So we already know that would be like 3 right there. Seattle, Dallas, Arlington would be my expectation. And then everything else, I don't know. It'd be nice to get something from Europe. It'd be nice to get something from like Toronto, but at this point in HCS, we got to temper our expectations. As exciting as it is to get any sort of new content, it's been 4 years now. So, it's hard to expect, mind-blowing updates at this point. the background. It's not. I would say Legend is a big brain for sure. There is a maybe like a bit of a language barrier. Formal said it nicely. What he said, they lost in every way you could, right? They made it through winner's side of the bracket, beating SSG, getting swept, reversed on, and then losing. They've lost through the lower bracket. They've gone through the lower bracket and made good progress to winning, and then fell apart. You know what I mean? Like in every different way that you could, they've kind of lost 6 times in a row over the last year. So they have the ability, but there was some sort of a mental block that was denying their ability to like actually win tournaments. So it's not Formal saying he's better than his teammates or whatever it is. It's just Formal recognizing that like it's not working, and he needs to try something else. In like every way you could lose, they lost. Yeah, winners bracket, lower bracket, in the lead, you know, dominated, like everything. Optic lost because of leadership and coaching, yeah, or maybe like a different kind of, you know, Lucid had when he sort of talked about what happened, you know, after the fact, he didn't say much, but he's like, look at how much Formal is playing now versus like how much he was when he was playing like Valorant or something before Worlds, right? Like he kind of had a dig at him on like Formal's dedication to the game or something. Like, there might have been a different mindset in terms of their approach to the game and what was necessary, you know, to win. I don't know. That's the only thing that we can kind of take away from it. That said, though, Formal was still, you know, the star performer in Grand Finals at Worlds, I'd say. When it came to Grand Finals performances, I feel like Lucid was a very consistent player overall and maintained the highest KDA, but when it came to Grand Finals, Lucid became less consistent, and Formal became, you know, it seemed like Formal was more consistent in the matches that mattered the most. And I don't know if that's like a bias saying I'm a Formal fan coming out, but I'd have to go check the statistics. Has Ryan Noob changed his hairstyle? No freaking idea, bro. Go ask him. Optic lost because they tried to poach Stellar, but were denied, and instead picked up the player they dropped. They tried Stellar, and I think they tried Legend, and then Stellar, and they got neither. Yeah. But that's not the reason. So that's an interesting thing about our kind of storylines coming into this year is Optic is like the only team that got exactly what they wanted. They set Roster Mania in, you know, they made the ball roll the way that it did. Formal made moves. He got exactly what he wanted, and everybody else had to adapt to that decision, which puts Optic in a very comfortable position going into the year. They got the roster they were looking for. SSG is different. SSG didn't ask for that. Stellar and Eco, behind their backs, Bound and Legend decided that they wanted to join Optic. You know what I mean? Without actually kind of communicating about it. I think this wasn't like a planned result. That doesn't mean the chemistry can't be formed and that they can't win. I'm just saying that's why I put Optic in #1 on paper to start the season. Everything could change from there, though, as far as like the potential of SSG. You know, they're gods.
One shot.
Good afternoon, Glass. We're doing good, man. We're in the waiting room. We're in the waiting room for about 24 minutes. Played an HRL tourney last night with a fresh team, and it was a struggle. I mean, that's part of the process.
Bro, no fucking beat down. Watch out right there. Yard, the track. LR, probably.
I shot collect playing 2s against Renegade, and is it Legend? Is this Optic that they're playing against?
I'm looking driveway.
He's sitting over here, one shot. They spawn here.
I'm coming. I'm walking on driveway.
It's actually sweaty. This is a sweaty-ass matchup.
Both there.
Renegade and Legend. Is Legend in North America yet, chat, or is he in France?
I'm looking at Tram.
Supposedly, Legend is coming back to the Optic headquarters in February. I don't know when. It could be like early February.
LR.
One of my Viltrumite, you're in the chat. You said that Formal plans to compete this weekend. Is that true? Formal and SSG plan to compete this weekend? We're eating good this Sunday. If both SSG and Optic compete as their full teams, regardless of whether or not Legend makes it from France to the headquarters. Mid-February. Okay, so that'll be a storyline for a bit, you know. SSG are competing this weekend. That's exciting. On the flycast that they uploaded. Was that like the other day? Barbosa, I'll be streaming. I'm not sure. We're definitely watching the whole roadmap discussion, which I assume is going to be at least an hour. Might talk about it for a little bit afterwards. I've got coaching in the evening. But the only real plan I had today was just kind of react to the announcement and talk about it with you guys. Not really planning on like a grind specifically. We'll see.
He's probably got camo in blue.
Try yard.
Rank reset on February 4th? I think so. And happy early birthday, brother.
I don't think so. Scan for it.
Typically, when a new season begins like this, which it's not, we're not calling it season. It's not really a season anymore.
Just lifted.
But when an update like this happens, they reset the ranks. So the last time they did that was what, like November?
I'm going top mid. I'm going top mid.
Hot take: Optic doesn't perform and has a roster change mid-season. I don't know. I don't know about that. What would they do? No, I disagree.
I'm on.
You're good.
Time it. Watch out down. Time it.
It will be interesting to see how Optic react if they are losing. Like, how do Bound and Renegade react if things aren't going their way? Does the chemistry kind of fall apart? You know, do they get angry at each other? Who knows?
Yeah, I'm top gold. I'm top. One guy left. Dip one shot.
It's 1700 for the first time. Let's go, AP Ghost.
Dip one.
Welcome to the big leagues.
Wow, that's crazy.
I see all teams changing. All teams have changed at this point. You're saying they change mid-season? Maybe. But the crazy thing about this season is every single team has changed, as far as I'm aware, except maybe like Mind Freak in Australia. You know, like every other team has changed, as far as I'm aware. Londi, don't think Legend is playing tomorrow unless he changes his mind. You mean Sunday? Welcome, Londi. So what? It would be Optic with Formal and like Falcated or something?
S2 John.
Be interesting.
Yeah, posters B. Kelly guys. S2, S4 probably. Looking at LR.
APG returning to Optic, replacing Bound.
LR on me.
Okay.
LR one shot. Oh, nice.
One thing I'll say is that when it comes to twos, Legend and Renegade, I would say kind of outclass this duo. That's no shots to this duo. I just think that they have Legend and Renegade have way more experience playing money twos at this level. Way more experience from back in Halo 5. They're just, yeah. I would like 10 out of 10 times. I would give the favor to Legend Renegade in this matchup. This is like experience for Legend for Last Shot Collect.
He's glass or no? Glass.
Updates in 20 minutes. Stay tuned.
I'm dead, dude. Look at both here. Oh.
Thing is, though, it's an interesting look at like somebody who's as talented as Last Shot. We've been watching a lot of his gameplay. They're getting exposed in 2v2s right now, right? Like there's levels to this.
There are Legend?
Yeah.
Definitely levels to this.
Wow.
That's a good opener. They got to play in a way that snowballs off one kill and make sure they find the second while they still have the numbers advantage.
Weak. 3 shot. He's out. Posters.
Convert that into shot control. Good rotate.
Nice shot. Oh, truck does too. That's 4 on me. He's walking for a bit down.
Big kill.
He's on 100 fucking ping. Oh.
The trade sucks though.
That's my glass. He's glass.
Hate doubles, especially on Halo Infinite. It's not as skillful as it was in Halo 5. Also.
Nice good shot. Look at LR.
It's harder to fight back in a 2v1 or like fight back against the sandbox in Halo Infinite.
In yard.
This guy.
Went top gold.
Probably both there.
What's crazy and exciting is the potential for Optic to steamroll like they did on that flag map. Yeah, I mean, and then they got beat though. They still lost.
Blue 3.
But the potential's there, and it is exciting. Seeing them break like a world record CTF on Forbidden was exciting, but then to see them also get bracket reset on and lose, you know, that was a show of some inconsistency. Obviously, that's not their full roster. You know, there's a lot of things we could say.
Glass.
They do bleed.
I got one on
That's good shit.
Speaking of which,
I think I might be here.
Maybe?
I don't know. Looking loop.
Looking top gold.
These guys death cam on me.
yeah, if you lose, that's the thing. It's like as cool as that was in the moment.
Legend.
What mattered most was winning the. I mean, it's just an off-season event, but winning is what mattered.
Weak, Legend.
Closer, John.
Heard. You hitting me loop or no?
Say he is. All right, I trust you, Flare. I trust you. We don't have to see.
It's just weak. He's gonna.
Thank you, though. For anybody in the chat who's interested.
LR.
Hello, Spartans. What's up, guy, dude, man? It's at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. So it's soon.
Weak solo.
Like 18 minutes.
Yeah,
18 minutes. We're counting down, baby. Hold on a second. I don't know if it's gonna start. It should start at 4 p.m. sharp, but you know, like I don't run the broadcast, so I'm just here for the timing.
I blew window still.
In yard.
Yeah, in yard. Watch out. Nice. Other guys probably on you.
On me.
I don't know where Collect is going. I think Collect should align himself with Lethal and Barcode. I think that would be a decent option. I'm not sure what Lethal's doing. And you got Barcode as well, who's also like a high quality FA. And that might work. But I have no idea.
One shot top gold. Fuck. Fucking jump shot.
They're kind of making a comeback. I don't know if they're playing to 25. This is a rough situation.
Yeah.
Normally you play till 25.
Another. U-turn, legend.
Fix the nade bounces. They're probably not going to do much about that. It's not just the nades. It's also map dependent as well. Like
one shot, yeah.
Any little grooves, cracks and whatnot in the map, like the way the nade physics work, they're just going to come back in your face. They announced stuff in like 16 minutes, 17 minutes. Halo needs a lot, brother. Oh yeah, I hope the updates. Look, man. Once again, temper. You know, I'm not going to come in this with like super high expectations. I know what it's like being a Halo fan. I've been here. I've been hurt before. I'm not too trusting. But you know, we've got some understanding of what to expect, and I am excited about what we know, right? About squad battle. Ranked squad battle sounds like a good time. I'm gonna play that. Assault, I hope is fun. I hope that the pros like the Assault game type so that we're actually watching a new game type. Someone in my chat, it was Fresh Veggies, had mentioned that Mikwin told him that the best map for Assault during the playtests when they played it was Bazaar.
This is the way.
Cue ball, thank you for the follow, brother.
This is the way.
Can a new game type like Assault give legitimacy to and playability to existing maps that we don't play anymore? You know what I mean? Like Bazaar. Could we bring Bazaar back? Because now we have a new game type that like better works around the map. You know what I mean? So whatever. Yeah, well, I don't know what Suspector's doing. That's a good option too. If Suspector's not on C9, then he should also maybe align himself with somebody like Lethal or Collector or whatever. Season's almost over, Viltrumite, so don't worry about it. Regain. Extraction is supposedly still being worked on. You know,
Needles right now.
Okay, man.
Needles.
I wasn't a huge fan. I don't know if it could be salvaged. Holy rotate, bro! Went straight through tower.
Good.
Alright, one bottom
One
tower, one
shock.
shock.
Yeah, I'm looking top red. Okay, yeah,
In red.
Both. They're both here.
Two out on me.
Keep.
Turn weak, bro. Oh, fuck.
No.
This is the way.
This is the way.
Earls, thank you for the follow, brother. Welcome.
This is the way.
Get him.
Top red.
Top red, yeah.
Almost time, ladies and gentlemen. 15 minutes.
Rest ups.
That one.
15 minutes.
Top right or not. Got a shot bullet in him. He's shocked. Last.
I don't think extraction, game mode, or battle royale. A battle royale would suit Halo, yeah, but it's not happening. At least not with this game.
They'll be down. Red pipes.
I hope that whatever was being worked on with battle royale with certain affinity was repurposed and brought over to Unreal Engine in some way so that they could continue their work.
So
that we actually have some sort of an announcement in 2025 and aren't waiting several years. Extraction's a great idea, but damn, the spawns. Yeah, I don't know. The issue with the extraction is the point itself can, I think, influence spawns a little bit, right? Like, spawning on top of the extraction point would be kind of broken. Obviously, if the team plays in a way that spawns you there, I guess that's kind of on the team. But I think the extraction point sort of influenced the spawns, making it kind of like a fifth man on the map and making spawn control even easier for the team in advantage state. You can make it so that you can partial convert and get off it, and it'll gradually go down, so you don't lose all your progress. That might make converting more reliable. I don't know.
I'm going Megler. Okay.
The Halo BR project is alive, but it isn't a BR anymore. Okay.
Backseat.
Didn't know you had the insider scoop, Glasswork. Project Ecker.
Wow, not sure.
Oh, have you heard that Lucid will play on Sunday? Yes, I've heard. Yeah, apparently SSG is playing on Sunday.
That cat one's going to be third round, I think.
We've got quite a tournament to look forward to.
No
I'm
fucking
excited.
beat down. Watch out, that cat. Watch out, now.
Stream starts in like 12 minutes, brother. Soon. 13 minutes. Y'all want me to count down the seconds? I should have a on-screen countdown. We gotta get one of those.
I'd be playing front.
You're breathtaking.
Damn! Oh! Hey, look at this! Optitron, thank you, brother. $10 super chat. Much love, man. It was a pleasure working with you. I have to, or I sent you the VOD for ours, right? I have a different student I have to send the VOD for. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. $10 super chat. Good time in as well. We got about 10 minutes left till the broadcast.
Nothing. Don't see anything.
I'll take it, baby. Can I explain why so many pros have such a high value for max input threshold for look stick? I know it reduces slow turn, but to me it seems like getting looky cell so soon, which makes aim twitchy. Yeah. No, you're not wrong. It is preference in the end of the day. Do you think so many pros have high threshold? That's not what I've seen. Like, I know Bound has a high threshold.
He's stuck, man.
I don't know if a lot of pros have a high. It's preference. So yeah, if you increase it, it's gonna make your aim feel faster and maybe more responsive because it's gonna ramp up. It's like a secondary acceleration. But yeah, it could lead to you having a harder time controlling your aim. So if you don't like it, then don't mess with it. One thing pros have is incredible aim control, though. So like they can make their aim as sensitive as possible, as responsive as possible, without compromising their accuracy, because they've got the whole way they approach aiming is different than the average player. Lucid changes from 0 to 15 on the look stick. Yeah, Lucid also uses a tall stick for his look stick. Keep that in mind as well. So.
That's what I'm before. On camo, now.
If you use a tall stick, precise movements are easier, but tall sticks are generally slower to ramp up in speed versus a standard controller stick. So somebody like Lucid could get away with a higher look threshold without having to compromise his aim as much because he's using a tall stick. And it actually would be more important for him to use a higher threshold because tall sticks are kind of slower by design, if that makes sense.
That
Aaron.
is just good Halo right there. That is just
damn good Halo.
My God.
Let's go, brother. 8 months. We're getting close to 343, chat. We're at 333. 10 more. We're at 343 on time for the watch party. Welcome back, Ron.
I'm getting out. Top tire, mid-bridge on me. Mid-bridge,
This is the way.
Schedule the next session. Whew. Wonderful. Looking forward to it. Is it Ruck Harry? Harry, thank you for the follow, brother. Welcome. Basically what a control freak does. Yeah, exactly. So I've tried control freaks, and I think that there's some benefit, but at the same time, it changes my thumb position on the controller stick, and I don't know. I don't... In the end of the day, I like having the fast, snappy kind of standard controller sticks. It's all preference. Stellar, for example, I was watching Stellar, and he actually switched his sticks when he was playing snipers only. Or he like mentioned that he does that for snipers only because it makes sniping like easier. But if he's just playing Halo Infinite normally, he's using a regular control stick. So it depends on like what you're trying to accomplish.
This is the way.
Off Sav. Let's go, brother. Thank you for the YouTube follow. Welcome.
Okay. Needles right now. Needles walking out batteries.
Makes aim easier, but you hit it on action a lot.
He's an APC step, I think.
You have to make bigger movements on your controller stick to like actually have a dramatic flick on the reticle, which is also like not ideal. You know, it's like precise tracking from long range is easier, but then when you're trying to hit like flick shots, close range, mid range, with the Bandit, it's not quite as intuitive. I feel like a long stick is perfect for BR, and Bandit, I'd rather have like a shorter stick. You know what I mean? Maybe another reason why Lucid wants BR starts.
Got one more volunteer on me. Volunteer 2 shot. He's going top.
They deleted your message for saying hit the like button. I really did. Wait, how barbaric. Stop spamming symbols. Bro, we gotta fix this. I keep forgetting to fix it. Macho Man. Nah, you. Breathtaking. Let's go, Macho, with the $5 super chat. Appreciate you, brother. Big place. How barbaric. Yeah, he put one thumbs up in his comment, and they gave him a freaking ban. Do we have any mods in the YouTube chat? Or he's back? You're back, Dub.
Nice, good shot.
No capitalization, no emotes. Installation 00. This is the way. Thank you for the follow. What's up? How you doing? Welcome.
Red steps, legend. I'm looking at my red pipes. Red pipes now. John.
Call that a late jump? Who?
I guess red steps.
Max threshold is under discussed, I think. It really changes the feel of all other sense settings. I agree. Yeah, it has the most dramatic effect on how your aim and your movement feels compared to the other. Well, I mean, then again, if you go like 15 to 0 on center or dead zone, you're definitely going to feel that too. See, that's a good use of late jump, right? He jumped out in a way that
Right against
completely blocked any sightline on him from the top gold right there.
Going in red now.
Held the corner
He'll-
and still
he'll-
faded
he'll
back
leave
into the
for
edge without being forced to
Top
clamber.
red, just sitting top red, sitting top
Like
red.
Very
Top red, top red,
precise.
top red.
He actually
Tower on
looked
the
like
right.
he could have left the
Looking at
ledge and had
Okay,
wall
I'm
cover
looking
at the same time.
Be a batteries.
Ready, I'm making.
Batteries in my bridge. You're good. He's still
Okay.
staying here. Close, close.
Get my shoes.
One shot,
He's
one
ready
shot,
for
one
it?
shot. Wow.
Okay, sorry, we've been in and out.
One shot. That's crazy.
Speed up time to deploy drop shield. Yeah, I'm not against that, but it would also defeat the purpose of the equipment itself. The equipment is not designed to be like a bubble shield
Yeah, I'm dead.
where it deploys like when you're in trouble, you know? It's designed to be like a pre-fight deploy.
Biggest
So like
fucking
you
goat,
know
so
when
shit.
the action's about to happen, so you put it down pre-fight out of your prediction based off of like you being already shot at, you know? It does work if you're quick. You can stop a rocket, right? You can like pre-rocket drop it down. So I think it's in a decent spot, honestly. The fact that it's no longer in competitive tells you that it was, you know, pretty useful.
Thank you, thank you.
Pros were using it pretty effectively the way that it was. Loki just want thrust darts. I doubt it. It's not going to happen. It'd be cool to see a Halo 5 playlist or like, you know, Halo 5 inspired playlist with thrust darts. And not like a full changeover. I find that the current thrust to be a little bit clunky, personally. If they can make the thrust like more exactly like Halo 5, then I would be more down for it. But the current thrust is like a little bit too slow, a little bit clunky. A beard tutorial, not yet. 6 minutes, chat. 6 minutes. Time moving slowly here. We're almost ready. We still got to find a beard sponsor, and then we'll do the freaking 30-minute tutorial. I don't know what I'm gonna do. We need a thrust Evo, BR Evo. Yeah, we need the whole game Evo version. Is it 2-0 right now? 2-0 Legend Renegade, right?
Going for reposts.
Alright. I think goes on mid. I'm Wimby. I'm coming back to mid now.
I'm at 8 for it.
We love Halo in here.
I'm dead.
Let's go. No, A-pod.
Frosty roll 2 cycle lasher. Yep.
This is the way.
K-Sale Studio. I think. Welcome, brother.
He's on cuts.
Thank
Cuts
you.
me. No, dude, cuts and elbow. One shot cuts.
Halo is live.
One guy on camo.
It's like a waiting
Close,
screen,
close,
right?
John's on it.
Oh, I could just search him. Do we leave this and just wait? Wait for Halo? Let's just wait for Halo. Yeah, we'll take their music. That's fine. It's other Halo music. Let's go, baby. Update time. Prepare to be disappointed. You getting excited? Don't get too excited, chat. Don't get excited. You've been warned. That's your fault. I do like the music in here. It's the loudest I can get it, though. You get excited? That's your fault, bro. For Halo, you've been... Come on. Haven't you learned? Haven't you learned your lesson? I'm just kidding. Sort of. Yet here you are, Moly Mo. Looking like schmucks. Sitting here waiting for the Halo broadcast to start when we know what we're in for. Display. Let's go, brother.
That is just good Halo right there. That is just
Damn good Halo.
My God.
First time sub. This is the way. Displayed. I appreciate you. Welcome, welcome. Halo Battle Royale confirmed. New Halo game will be announced right here, right now. February of all times. Who would have thought in mid-February they'd drop that news bomb on us? Halo 2 announcement leaked? What do you mean Halo 2? Bandit Evo, thank you for the kind words. I like your, you say I like your weapon? I don't know. Nah, come on. If you learn your lesson, you wouldn't be here anymore. Learning the same lessons. Hopeless romantic. That's what we are. That's a nicer way to put it, huh? I want to believe there's love. That the love will be reciprocated. Did you guys see this? In case you're wondering what the issue is with the strafe inertia, why jiggle peaking is a concern right now, and why the pros want to see a change, you gotta, like, this is valid, I would say. I found this on Boundstream, or I clipped it on Boundstream the other day. Put it in my YouTube video.
This game is so bad.
Bro. Holy
This
shit.
game is so bad.
Wait, I just need to know. I need to know. I think he's like kind of missing. If we're really strict with it, you could say he's like missing, but the speed that this guy's able to peak, that's wrong, first off. And the fact that he's getting no favors with like bullet magnetism or aim assist or like anything in this situation, the game's giving him no that was late. Ah! Oh my god. Is he just like perfectly like a little bit too late maybe? But it's still like this kind of gameplay is lame though. You know what I mean? It's lame. You could say they were all late. You could say his timing was awful. Yeah, low key though. Low key he got skill gapped. Like low key Bound just like that's like skill gap, low key though. Still ridiculous though. It's still ridiculous that it's a feature in the game that's that powerful, right? The fact that he's able to do that and it's that effective, that's the issue, okay? Regardless of whether or not, if we really want to get down to the freaking nitty gritty of like, did he hit every or miss every shot? The feature is kind of busted, you know?
This is the way.
This is the way.
Zilla the God, thank you for the follow. Welcome.
This is the way.
Rank reset on February 4th is my assumption. Along with the brand new ranked squad battle as well, right? Nick Dad, you see. Welcome, brother. And before Bound calls Gator a cheat. Yeah, Bound was all pissed off. He was playing matchmaking. Gator was in his lobby, and he just said, like, I don't know, he wanted a 1v1, and then he beat him in a 1v1. And man was talking like bear shit, Bound. Classic Bound live stream. Letting him know who's daddy. You hate rank resets. It's so pointless. I kind of disagree. No way! Wait, did they go offline? Oh, dude, F's in the chat. Did they go offline at 4 p.m.? They went offline. Holy shit. No, there's no way. There's no way they went offline at 4 p.m. We checked YouTube? We got baited, bro. We got baited hard, bro. Holy shit. They did us dirty right there. Hey, they're live again, right? Whoa. They're late now. Unacceptable. What do they think? We're a bunch of gamers? Even that. You hit them offline on Minecraft? What do you mean? Don't hit them offline. It's all we got. It's officially 4:01. I want my money back. Time is money. Unacceptable. Came in here expecting a 4 p.m. sharp announcement. Yeah, HCS Toronto would be nice, man. It would be nice. You know, the more that I think about it, the less I believe. Plenty left. Plenty. Yeah, you stocked up on the boat. What do we call it? Fuck, bro. I don't know. Oh. Here we go. Finally. Blondie, shh. Come on. I gotta be excited about something. Are we ready, chat? It's not just about the roadmap. There's other things to look forward to, right? Hopefully we get some other exciting things to look forward to. It's at least 50% of the player population in this room, yes. Covered in drip like a hoodie? Talking about the watch. Get that hoodie drip, bro. SoundCloud rapper's closet, is that what it is? Little studio. That is drip? I'm doing it wrong, bro. I came out here with my nice, cozy, white sweater thing. Whatever this is. Help! Why do you say that? Yeah, man just wrote help on the phone. I think, unless he said hello. Did I read that wrong? Chat, do we have to sub to get rid of the ad? Do we have to sub to... I don't want this ad. No, we're going on YouTube. We're going on YouTube. I'm watching this on YouTube.
What's up,
Can I full screen it?
everyone? Folks that are out there watching us on Twitch, YouTube, and I believe we're on TikTok right now.
Nice, bro. We're watching it. YouTube.
I
YouTube.
thought I was
I
too
got
old
YouTube
for
Premium.
TikTok, but there you go. You're teaching this old dog some new tricks. So appreciate everybody joining us today. We are super excited to kick off
go,
our
George.
first
Good
live
Halo
stream
right
of the
there.
year.
That is just
and it
damn
is
good
a
Halo.
doubleheader
Oh my God.
doozy.
Yes, yeah.
Let's get
We're
it.
going to dive right
Double
into
doozy?
what you can expect with next week's Halo Infinite update. It's our spring update with our new operation. A lot of goodies there. And then the second half of our show, we're going to jump in with our friends from the HCS
How's the
team to
audio?
talk about that.
Audio's
But, yep,
okay?
to kick things off, before we go too far, I want to let people know we do have drops enabled. So if you're watching on Twitch, you will be able to earn yourself the Athens Ascent emblem and nameplate.
There you go,
Nice little
Chad.
Halo 2 reference there. Yeah.
Keep it open in the background.
Just a little
if you
extra
can.
something for watching. So
Joshua.
that drop is enabled.
Hold on.
So thanks to our friends over on the HCS team for helping us kick that off.
Sounds good, Joshua.
So yeah, John, before
$5
we
super chat. Much
fully
love,
jump
brother.
into Infinite,
Appreciate
which we're
you.
going to do here in a minute, kind of figured New Year, first stream, just be good to kind of have some level setting and table setting, maybe if you will.
Expectation
before we get too
setting?
far
Is that what he's
ahead.
gonna
So
say?
as a reminder,
Lower our
we are Halo
expectations.
Studios now, and we, as a studio, are heads down, working really hard on
The
the
next
next
Halo.
chapter of Halo with multiple projects in development being built in the Unreal Engine. It's a super exciting time, and we're not really going to talk about or show any of that kind of stuff today. But I did want to remind folks that we
To
are
temper your
full
expectations.
speed into the future, and at some point, rest assured, we will be sharing more. But that's
Fair
not
enough.
on today's agenda. But it is important just
In
to frame
case you're
that because
disappointed
we do
today.
have a core team that is still working on Infinite and still committed to helping to refresh the experience, bring all the new stuff into the game, a lot of which we're going to look at later today. But, just want to make sure folks kind of have that understanding that we're kind of looking ahead, but we've got a core team that is still focusing on Infinite and doing some cool stuff. And really, I think if we look at last year's update with the MA5K,
Dropped an F-bomb.
John,
10
Great
minutes in.
journey. Yeah.
it's a really good
Not even
example of
10
how
minutes
this
in.
team's able to still kind of do a
He's
lot
already-
with a little and
He's already swearing.
bring new content and new
was
experiences
a big slip.
into the game and into the sandbox in a way that sort of fits within the scope of that team.
Yeah. People might have noticed the MA5K had used the same animations as the assault rifle, right? But
That's-
it still
that's getting
brought in
clipped.
that new
That's getting
SMG
clipped.
gameplay and filled that role in the combat loop, right? So the team is trying to find new creative ways to still enhance the Halo Infinite experience, just being a little bit smarter about it and faster. With
Yeah,
it.
and
Here's
I'm here
hoping.
for it. I know a lot of folks have enjoyed the MA5K, and it's very cool the team's found ways to go a step beyond sort of just doing geo changes, even though we do have some cool new versions of weapons coming as well from a visual perspective.
Okay.
Now let's talk about Halo Infinite and these updates. We mentioned this last year, but in case you forgot or you might just be joining us, want to give you a sense of what you can expect going forward for Infinite. You might remember this, but next week we're kicking off sort of this, what we're calling the spring update.
Oh,
and we want
tease.
folks to understand, think about these as kind of on a seasonal / quarterly cadence, right? So we had the winter update last November.
Cool looking rocket launcher.
That'll wrap up next week. We're kicking off the spring update, which will be led by the Frontlines operation. This sort of first release of these broader seasonal updates, think about them more as also having a download components. You'll actually download a
Is that what that is?
content update
Forerunner?
to your console.
Armor?
And then also within that spring update, we'll then roll into our next operation, which would be Operation Blue Team, followed by Operation Forerunner. And then after that, now we're moving into the
Oh, I see what
summer
you're saying.
update, which would be another larger update that you would download as a content update, followed by 2 operations.
This is the
So
spring
wanted
update,
folks just
I
have
think.
a little bit of context
Even though
for
it's February.
kind of how the release cadence is going to go. And sort of how we're going to have larger content updates followed by operations, a larger content update followed by operations.
So what he's saying is we don't get an update of this size until the summer. I think
forward.
is what he's trying to say.
We got a good look. I don't know if we can pull it up again.
We do whatever we want. Let's pull it back up again.
Got some good stuff coming.
It's something, but I'm hoping the summer is like early.
Launching Operation Frontlines, and then we also have, you mentioned Blue Team. You can kind of make out what's going on in the background there, and Forerunner, some really cool armors.
So armor based on Blue Team from Halo 5.
So, and then we're going to jump at, now today, obviously, we're really going to focus on that.
Maybe that's when we get the Halo 5
there,
playlist, when
Operation
Blue Team happens.
Frontlines and the content update that's going to come out next week. Before we do that in the build, though, I want to talk about a pretty cool change. I'm pretty excited about this, but you know, you hear me talking about sort of a larger update that's a content update followed by operations.
Yeah, so they did this last winter.
One of the new changes for these larger updates going forward, starting next week, will actually be with the Battle Pass, the Operation Pass itself. So historically, our Operation Passes have been 20 tiers of free content. Usually includes one full armor look that you would unlock over the course of that Operation Pass. And then there's usually something up front, a weapon model, coding that would be an optional premium instant unlock bonus.
Right.
And yeah, you're going to hear me talk about things like free and premium. It's no secret. We are a free-to-play game, and we do need to make some money in the game, and we do that through customization in a non-intrusive way. And obviously, the teams continue to evolve that model and learn a lot along the ways. But it's
how
still
many
part
tiers
of this game, and it will still be.
I hope he says
but
more
I think
tiers
you'll be
and not
happy
less.
with some changes as the team continues to take the feedback in that we hear from you, and continue to try to make that experience even better. So that's going to start next Tuesday. When you log in, the first thing you're going to find is that the Operation Frontlines Pass has now been evolved and expanded to be 50 tiers of content.
50 tiers.
For the premium pass, yes. So we're going to go in and show you what this means here in a second.
Show us the difference.
In a second, we're going to show you here in a second. Before I just want to give people some context.
So we
here,
see the BR.
Why this change? What does this actually mean? Think about it this way. Since we've launched Infinite in the months and years that have passed, we've got a lot of feedback from players about what they like, what they don't like, what they'd like to see differently about the content and the customization the way it's offered in the game. We've seen cool things happen like the exchange, more ways to earn content.
They are free to play.
The team's been,
but there's going to be a premium version of
in
the
making
pass.
that earnable free content rise to a higher quality bar, be things that are more desirable for players. So I think we've been on a really good trajectory in that regard to try to continue finding that balance and continue to sort of be as player-friendly, player-first as possible. So the new premium pass that will now be a part of these first operations of each of these seasonal updates is 50 tiers.
What's the non-premium?
It's actually going to now include up to 4 full sets of armor that you'll be able to unlock over the course of that pass.
That's pretty cool.
And I think what's cool here is one of the other pieces of feedback we've heard a lot is like, hey, all the best content
free to play. It just needs
shop.
to be done right.
And we're still going to have shop offers, but the team I think is trying something really cool here. Those 3 extra armor sets that will now be included in the premium pass are actually being taken from the shop in the future. So what does that mean? It means for 1,000 credits, which is 500 more than the original 20-tier operation pass, you'll have 50 tiers of content to unlock, which is 4 full armor sets, 3 of which you're going to get essentially a whole season before they will debut in the shop. So if you miss out on content in this operation pass, for example,
early
and
access.
don't purchase it prior to the end of the operation, now you'll know that you have a guaranteed way to still acquire that content when it rolls into the shop.
They're trying to further incentivize that you put that extra 1,000 credits or whatever down now, right?
Let's say you're a free player and you also missed out on the Frontlines operation. It's kind of come and gone already.
No, I don't. Is it $10 for the full pass?
Free content from these operation passes in the exchange, beginning with the following sort of seasonal update.
Yeah. So free stuff stays free. Paid stuff stays paid.
But it's in exchange,
just
though.
accessed at a later date.
You have to use the exchange currency, which is free, but takes time to acquire, right?
I think that's the main thing I want folks to understand. I like that we have a lot more predictability now, so you exactly know you have 2 different ways to acquire. You can get the content
1,000 credits for the pass. Is that's what it was?
On the premium side as well.
That's reasonable if that's true. Yeah,
significant
4 armor
savings
like
in
kits
value
for $10
these 3 full
compared to
armor
the store
sets.
right
You're only
now.
paying 500 extra
Reasonable,
credits.
definitely.
By the time these go into the shop later,
they'll be full price bundles.
I would expect them to be full price shop
Thank you,
bundles.
Shino.
Yeah, so it's sort of get them early, get them way cheaper. And we're going to take a look now if we want to go into the build here, John. But there's just a lot more again, the team's focus here. How do we bring more value to players? And I think this is hopefully our first
like
step
real,
in doing that, and we can't wait to get your feedback. Once
got
you
like
get
a
this in your
silencer
hands.
kind of look to it, right?
We
Look at the scope.
mentioned free is the 20 tier
nice.
pass.
Yep.
That is unchanged.
Good question.
Right? You're
Yep, good
still
point.
going full free
If you
and still
22.
getting a full set of armor.
Exactly. If you just are a free player, nothing changes for you. You can kind of ignore everything I just said, other than if you miss out on the free pass before it expires.
Look, I'm not a huge
and the operation
cosmetics
window expires,
shop
you can
guy,
obviously
but
just pick it
like
up in the exchange
anything
at
that
a
they can
later
do to
date.
make this more appealing for
But yeah,
people, so
John's
that
looking through this 50-tier
you know,
pass
if,
right now.
if this succeeds and it leads to more
starting
and
with
better
this
Halo
would be
content
the
outside
upsell
of this,
bonus
then that's
offer.
what
So
I'm
if you
ultimately here
choose to
for. You know what I
purchase
mean?
the
So
operation pass,
they
got to
make their money
always,
somehow.
You'll get the instant.
If they do it in a
bonus
way that
unlock.
seems
In this
fair,
case, we have
and
a
if people
pretty
enjoy
cool
it, then I'm all
VR
here for it.
model.
I'm not really a big
Are you going to buy it right now,
cosmetic
John?
guy, but
Sure.
Okay.
The BR
I'll
looks
actually
nice,
do
though.
the full upgrade. I think
Yeah,
I got
and if
the-
you want to do
So
the full
what they're
upgrade, it
doing
comes
though
with
is
some
now
level
we're
skips
spending
and
more
stuff, so you can
for the
kinda
premium
speed up your
because normally
process.
it's 500.
I guess I
Maybe
We're
can.
getting
not.
more, but we're spending more now.
We're doing it live.
We're in a dev environment here. I do want to stress,
Wait,
by the
what
way,
was
I
the
didn't actually say
2,500?
this.
What was
I want
that?
to be very clear here, too. Something that's not changing at all. Once you ever do buy an Operation Pass in Halo Infinite, it is yours to keep, and it will not expire. So that's been the way it's been since launch. That's not changing at all. So, John, why don't we meander through the pass a
I don't
little
wanna
bit?
compete
I
with it,
mentioned
I
that we
know.
have 4 full sets. One of those sets is part of the free track. The
Skip
other 3
pack.
sets are part of the,
Okay,
part of
I
the
got you.
premium
You skip
track.
tiers.
We won't spend a ton of time. We're not going to make you sit through a painstaking 50-tier walkthrough, but
Painstaking. It's
show
awesome.
us. We got a lot of good stuff to get to. I heard we have an HCS roadmap to
Yeah.
talk about today and some other exciting information. So let's see. Just
Yeah.
showing us this BR, but why don't
Yeah,
I'll hand it
yeah.
over to you. Why don't you bring us on a quick tour of the Operation Frontlines Operation Pass?
Yeah. So the first 20 tiers, right? If you're free, you're getting the free. If you pay premium, you're getting the premium track as well as that free track. And you can see we're building a set of armor. We're actually working on 2 sets of armor as we progress through these tiers. And it'll ultimately get you a Orcus helmet here at level 14. This is based off the Halo 5 concept of an ODST.
I hear you.
Fans may recognize it. I believe I've got an armor hall Spartan setup with it where you can see it a little bit better. That's a haunted. Yeah, you can see it a little bit more on the on an SPI.
Did he add like an
kit here,
attachment to it? It looks a little
but
bit different.
I'll head back. Really
You know,
quick.
I think it goes without saying we didn't mention.
Not a
at
huge
the
fan of
top,
that
but
helmet. No.
Operation Frontlines
Kinda wimpy looking.
Does have a lot of
Doesn't
ODST
look like-
goodness and ODST
I don't
inspiration
know.
in its roots.
ODST
It doesn't look
Marine
menacing.
inspiration, absolutely. Here you can see
Doesn't
you're
look like
getting
I'm
a Hermes
cracked.
IIC, which is on the Mirage core. Hermes, I
We've
believe,
this we've
was
seen
Kelly's
before, this
helmet,
style.
in Halo 5. And this is kind of like a Mirage take on that. And you get a helmet attachment for it as well. And that's for the free tier.
like my forehead,
right?
bro.
So you're working on 2 armor sets in that first 20. And then once you go beyond that 20, you start getting some extra good stuff.
Ooh, that's nice
You
looking.
can see a
That's pretty nice
cool
looking.
shotgun Geo there, and then some more armor pieces, which will
You gave him a
lead up
5-head
to
attachment.
A Halo ODST style helmet here called Echo 9. I believe I'm going to change.
Yes, they are disco.
If we can change screens, we've got it set up on this
there we
side
go.
here. Kind of dual wielding right here. So that's what that full set of armor will look like.
It's looking good.
Yeah. And
I know you're
I
skipping
actually-
through it, and we
yeah.
don't need to go too deep, but
this is what that full free set will look like, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Should have jumped over to this screen
Okay.
earlier. Sorry
Solid.
about that.
so that is the free armor set that
Yeah.
you'll get for earning and just playing your way through the operation.
Pretty cool.
Pass.
Yeah, that's the free Hermes.
Probably noticing too, fair amount of Spartan points sprinkled throughout.
Unishack
and
and
the
Sketch.
exchange will also be updated. You'll find returning favorites, things you may have missed in the past. So the exchange will continue to get updated.
Not that I can see,
as
Greg.
well with each new operation.
That looks like a new
And
rocket.
As we progress
Yeah, there you
even
go.
further, we're going to see a
Is that Forerunner?
Forerunner
Yeah.
kind of styled spanker.
That's pretty cool.
As a weapon model, which is really exciting. We did have a Forerunner operation coming down the line, and you can see there's some Forerunner-inspired chest pieces,
Looks nice.
shoulders, and fan favorite armor. The Hellcat is making its return, and this will be available in the premium option at tier 50. And it's got a helmet attachment that makes it mimic a armor that you see in the Halo 4 cutscenes when they kind of do a flashback to the war of like ancient humans and Forerunners. And this is what it'll look like.
Oh boy.
Actually,
Turn
when
the
you
noties
fully
off.
Have it equipped.
Turn the noties
And
off.
Jump on over. Boom.
They're
That's
gonna
a
get
deep
spammed.
cut, by the way, John, with
Yeah.
that armor, that helmet attachment.
Yeah,
That
so
looks
you got
kinda
a
sick.
Full-on
Holy.
Hellcat, and you can pretty much choose which
Man, with full
type of
Gundam.
Hellcat you want to have when you use the
Dude looks
attachment
like
or
a
not
like a
put the attachment
Gundam
on.
soldier or
And
something.
I think that's super exciting.
This is the way.
And the
a
team's been
T-lock.
doing some really good stuff with helmet attachments in general
Yep.
recently. So
I'll-
that's the premium pass there.
Yep, and I'll just mention too, even if you choose not to buy the premium pass, it will still keep progressing. So pretty much at any point up until the end of the operation, if you do decide like, hey, I actually do want this, you're just a click away from just all of a sudden earning all the things that you've already been unlocking along the way. So you're
So you're saying it keeps progressing. So I don't want to compete with the guy here, obviously, but what I'm getting, the understanding that I have here is that 1,000 for the pass, and are all 50 tiers available right away, or do they release over time? Like, can you work towards the 50 tiers from day one? That's the understanding I'm not sure of. 2,500 gives you a boost past like 20 tiers right off the bat, right? So that you can skip stuff. You don't have to grind for it. And then if it's free, you just get 20 tiers. I think what they're getting at is that maybe you have to like you get the 50,
Anything
but
else?
not
Let me
right
see what
away.
we're missing on the battle pass side.
It's like
You
added
wanna just
over
take
the
a quick
season.
look? Now,
I don't know.
We
Where's
will
day
still
one?
have some
Okay.
shop offers. Like
Day
I
one's
mentioned,
The Marines from Halo CE, the helmet especially, that trooper helmet looks stellar, and it's even got the eyepiece.
Okay, it's kinda nice.
Yep, as the helmet
Which is
attachment.
cool.
See
That's the issue. If
some
I pause it, then I
people
miss
seeing this
stuff,
for
right?
the
So I
first time
can't
in the
pause it,
studio
but I don't
here.
want to
Yeah,
compete.
It looks awesome.
that's awesome.
Big fan of that one. And then you also have an ODST, another ODST inspired set.
Damn.
Really cool. It's got a great helmet attachment as
That
well.
was kind of nice.
But yeah, like you were saying, that front line
Like this one?
UNSC aesthetic, it's coming out in full force with this operation.
All right. Thank you for that run through, John. And now we're going to get ready to switch gears and talk about the sandbox. While you're getting that set up,
ODSTs
we
are my
can come
weak spot.
off of the armor hall here for a second.
This looks nice. Looks nice.
I'll recap real quick while you're getting that set up. So most importantly, remember,
Stay tuned,
if you
Sheila.
do buy any premium pass in Halo Infinite, it's still yours
It
to
might
keep
be at the
forever.
end,
It never
C-Web.
expires. That's not changing. For premium players of Operation Frontlines, you will find a new 50-tier pass with even more content, 4 full armor sets, and content offered at significant discount and value now that will later show up beginning in May with the summer update will start to appear in the shop. So if you miss it, you'll be able to get it there.
I see. Okay.
Another
So you're
important
you're
point to
also
make
getting
sure you're
advanced
aware of,
content. It'll be available
at the
later
end
if
of
you
each
miss it. Yeah,
operation
okay.
window
Cool.
now going forward, the Operation Pass will no longer be available for purchase. So you do have a month to purchase it once you do it's yours to keep. But if you don't, you will not be able to go back into the switcher and purchase this anymore. And this is just kind of
Giving
the
people
offset to
exclusivity till the
balancing,
summer.
moving things into the shop and sort of being able to pull some more content in now. But like I said,
They
if you
want
miss
you to
out
buy it
on
now.
the free or premium pass during that active operation window, not to worry. Beginning with the next seasonal update window, you'll find the premium content available in the shop, and you'll find the free content rolling into the exchange. So
It's a FOMO tactic to get us to buy now, or else you don't get into the exclusive window. You got to wait to the summer, and then in the summer, it's going to be more expensive in the shop as well. So you're going to get nickel and dimed later too. So you got to buy now, buy.
just to reiterate, remember at the beginning we kind of have
Thank
a
you,
larger
Sultanic.
content
Welcome,
update
brother. This
followed
is
by
the
2
way.
operations. The larger content update, that's going to include that 50-tier pass for the premium. The 2 smaller ones will be the traditional 20-tier pass. So you'll still have the full armor set. You'll still have an instant unlock up front. But
Don't miss the
it's
window.
kind of think about it as sort of big one and then 2 smaller ones, big one, 2 smaller ones. And that is sort of what the team is doing these
or
days.
get boned.
And we can't wait to get this out the door next week and get your feedback and see
New map,
what y'all think.
please.
All right, John. So you are loading in
Old
here
map.
in a custom game. We're talking about the sandbox.
I'm gonna walk.
Sandbox
backwards
changes.
to
You're gonna
not
walk
reveal it
backwards.
early. Hopefully,
Oh,
Falcon,
okay.
Falcon.
Okay. Oh well.
Now we talked
Did he
about
bump a
PMA 5K a bit ago as kind of one of those hallmark pieces of the winter update. And I
Drop
think
wall
we've got
change?
something similar here as we think about our spring update. And there you go. What are we looking at, John?
We are looking at the
Fuel
Fuel
Rod?
Rod
What?
Spanker,
Wait, what?
which is a brand new weapon. It's a modified spanker that is prepped to shoot fuel rod cannon shots.
Interesting.
And it's got 6 rounds in its mag.
I see what they
and is
did.
ready to
I see
just
what they did.
unleash tons of damage on people, vehicles, whatever you want it to do.
Just going
it
in
is
esports?
primed and ready to deal tons of
They
damage. I'll drop
repurposed
it.
a
I'll
weapon
show it
model
on
for the
ground here.
spanker,
But
which
yeah,
was,
we were
and then
talking
gave it
about
the
getting
green
a little
gun
bit- Ooh,
shots,
there you
right?
are.
Yeah,
I'm
if you
just
want
gonna
to, I
blast you
figured
if
I'd
you-
just let you blow me up
That's
here.
the
There you go.
that's an easy route to
There
get
you
in new
go.
weapons.
Yeah. It does have the customary.
Is it that
drop
bad? They
you
can't
can
give
see
us a
at long
genuine.
ranges, but
It's the
I'm
Temu,
really
bro. It's the
excited for this
Temu
one. There was
fucking
one over
fuel
on
rod.
your spawn too, if you want to go pick it up. It's on the tippy top of your base, but. Yeah, the team has been working on this. Similar to the MA5K, it does have those same animations, right? But
Look,
it does bring that
if
gameplay
the weapon
experience
works
of the
like a fuel rod, and if it can
into
work in
Halo
a competitive
Infinite, where
environment,
you can just
then
run
I'm
around
okay with
and
that.
blast
But
things. One of my favorite aspects is you can see that classic fuel rod reticle as well.
Sure.
From Halo 2, 3, and beyond. It's so cool, and you can just blast rapid fire. With this weapon,
it gives me the impression that
I'm
it's
worried
like,
about the Husky Raid matches. To be honest,
Anyway, you guys
this
know
thing
what I
might
mean.
just allow people to roll on through.
Well, we'll see, right? But Husky Raid kind of, it's always been known to be a little crazy and hectic. And actually, what's most
what do you mean
exciting,
drop off?
new HCS starting weapon.
Yep.
No, just
Yeah. You were looking
Sorry,
for the
Toshi.
roadmap. Yeah.
Fuel rod stars.
jokes, of course, jokes. But yeah, this is a fuel rod spanker, and folks will be able to find this, on various power weapon pads, potentially throughout different modes.
Yep. It'll roll in your launcher slot on power weapon pads, so you should be able to just get it right then and there.
Okay.
For
This is
free on
cheeky.
some of the
This
maps.
is cheeky. I see what they did.
In my hand.
Whoa, 1,000.
There's- dude,
Let's go, Lau.
Let's,
always going to be trying.
Is that $10? What's the? I don't know what the
Nick,
credits
let's make
are.
that.
That's a different currency.
Let's go full screen on and just.
We'll be on the
soak
Switch, too.
in
I hope
the,
so, brother.
Fuel rod spanker here just for a minute and take it in. It's
In
fuel.
Japan.
It's full
Okay.
glory.
Take up the
It's
20 minutes
fuel
here.
glory.
Japan or
What am I even
Xbox.
trying to say?
Glory.
Hopefully, it's on the
Yeah,
Switch.
there you go.
It's a bit of a tongue twister.
It is. It is. But
Welcome, Lau.
yeah, this thing's gonna bring some green explosive goodness to the game. I'm always in for more.
No roadmap
carnage,
yet.
More mayhem. And there we go. So yeah, big thanks to everybody on the gameplay team that.
How many
helped to bring
6
this
shots
to life.
per reload?
Looking forward to everybody getting their hands on it.
How much damage does each
6
one
in a
do?
row, you can just fully blast.
Yeah, you're right. This
Yeah,
is
it's-
going to be just bonkers, and
It looks powerful.
take
It looks
over
hard
some,
to
Husky
balance
Raid,
matches
Husky
in
Raid. All right, we can
competitive.
come out. We can come out of the sandbox demo now, and look, presto,
Roadmap.
changeo. We got some new friends joining us to continue our conversation today. Let's please welcome Tashi and Richie.
What's up?
So, guys,
What's up, guys?
yeah, I mean,
Happy New Year.
we'll
Welcome
talk about
to
it after.
our,
We'll talk about it after.
doubleheader
It's almost February.
First stream of the year. Well,
It's
I
something,
mean,
but it's not
Whatever. I
exactly
wasn't dissing you, I'm
game
just saying
changing. That's
it's
for
going
sure.
Really fast.
It is going really fast. You're
Yeah.
right. I guess I've seen you
It's
almost
been a-
every day since the New Year, so that was kind of disingenuous of me. But
Yeah, it was.
anyways, we'll roll with it. Guys,
retired
we're stoked
pro.
to have you here.
Richie.
We're going to talk about HCS in a little bit,
Oh,
but
okay.
we're going to keep the sandbox conversation going because in addition to the net new edition of the
BR
Fuel Rod
Evo.
Spanker, we also have a variety of really cool and I think meaningful, impactful sandbox tuning updates
Okay.
that will be applied across the entire game, with also a couple that might have a little bit of a different twist, particularly as it might pertain to ranked and or HCS competitive things like that. So without further ado, you guys want to kind of jump in? I got my list
Straight
here.
from inertia.
Before we do that, sorry, let's level set here as well.
Uh-oh.
John, I'll put you on the spot.
Yeah.
Just
I
high
was ready.
level.
I'm ready for it.
What is a tuning update? But also, like, why do we even do these things?
Well, you want to maintain a healthy sandbox, right? Certain metas of
The commando's
will
getting
develop
updated
over
again.
time. People will find new tricks and techniques
been
and
the 8th time.
strategies that you haven't heard of or didn't think of. But most recently, the big change we did was we slowed down the rate of fire on the Bandit, right? Both the M392 and the Bandit Evo. And that
There you go.
is a starting weapon in tons of modes.
So
and it's
Richie
had
Hines,
knock-on effects
retired
that
pro.
we knew would shake out and kind of shuffle the meta quite a bit. And we really wanted to take our time, monitor how that went out in the wild. And so now we're making adjustments so we can make sure the gameplay still feels fresh. And also, we're not seeing any one weapon or couple weapons dominate in arena or in big team battle in any environment.
Okay.
Yeah, as the players evolve the meta, we want to respond to it and then refresh it. So that's what we're doing here.
Awesome. Well, we've got quite a few things to talk about here that'll be going live next week. And to kick things off, looks like we're going to talk about a couple adjustments to the trusty old frag grenade.
Oh my God.
Frags.
We've got some
Slowed
really good
cast
changes.
time.
One
Increased
is
bounce-
slowing
increased
down
bounce.
the cast time. So this is the rate at which you are throwing
throw it slower.
multiple grenades or throwing a grenade and having your gun come back up. The speed of the grenade traveling through the air is staying the same.
Okay.
It's just how fast can you throw those multiples.
Is the
And
the
we're
animation
also
longer?
increasing the bounciness, which is really exciting because you get that kind of classic Halo feel.
Yeah, this is nice.
I mean, you're nerfing
More
me a little
bouncy.
bit.
That's going to change everything.
I can't spam nades.
I'm
as
a
much.
nade spamming king. I
All
know.
of-
I
all the
feel-
bank
I
nade
feel
setups are
called
gonna be
out here a
different
little
now.
bit, but
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I have had cases where
Can't
you feel
spam
like
it
you're
as
gonna
easily.
ricochet or bank that perfect nade, and it just kind of falls a little flat.
Yeah.
You know.
If you go back to
So
any
I'm all
previous
for a little
Halo
extra
game, the
bounciness
nade
and
timing was
responsiveness there.
slower.
Yeah,
For
I like
the
the
record,
cast time
Infinite
too, the
is
change there.
yeah,
I
it's
think,
fast
like
cast
you mentioned,
time,
it promotes more thought process for every grenade and intentionality.
less nade spam.
I think when you're in a battle, especially at a high level, you really want to make sure every decision you make is calculated. Now you have more thought that's required there.
Yeah, before it was just kind of, okay, I got 2, I'm throwing 2.
And then lineups for nades.
I do like too
banks
that
going to
this
change.
change, as you all pointed out earlier, offset that it actually kind of now brings the grenade throw rate, cast rate more in line with other titles in the franchise. So
Correct,
Infinite
yeah.
had kind of become an outlier, right?
Yeah, we've got a blog
The
that'll
spam
go
was
out.
real.
Yeah, we'll have a blog that has the exact times, but Infinite previously was way faster than other games.
Yep.
So now we're trying to make sure it is a little more in line. It's on the faster side, but it's not abnormally fast by any means.
All right, next up on my
Tab 4.
list.
Thank you, Ewok, by the way.
because it's super unique and cool. It's the Heat Wave. What do you guys want to tell us about this?
Yeah, so the heat wave, we were seeing people be very
Reduced rate of
effective
fire,
at range.
vertical
right? It
projectile
was a very
spread.
hard-hitting shot if you landed that at range. So what we did is we slowed down the rate of fire. That's kind of more to balance it out with the bandit.
Is
rate
it
of fire change,
un-GA'd?
And then at distance, we now have that spread actually spread as it travels through the air.
Okay. So you
Yeah,
can't
it
you can't
feels
range
more
it.
like going against a true shotgun. So when you're at longer ranges, you feel like, okay, I can challenge this weapon.
We take it
and,
off the GA?
be successful.
I
We're
also
using
have
it
on my
now.
notes here
Use-
that,
it's a good
this
change for
also
competitive.
Just kind of makes the vertical spread behave more consistently with the horizontal spread. So you're kind of going to get a similar behavior now, whether whichever orientation you're in.
Yeah, the horizontal kept fanning out over time.
So gradually
over
it fans
distance,
out
and now
more,
This
yeah.
one kind of split up.
We talked about
even
that
in the
watching the
vertical
Lucid
shot.
video. That's
All right, next on my
That's
list,
cool.
the trusty
it won't be
Bulldog.
unGA.
Yep.
The
So
Bulldog. They're
similar,
still
like we've been
modifying
talking about,
this
bandit
stuff.
rate of fire
They-
really had a knock-on effect for this one.
Reduced rate
so
of fire.
we're slowing down
No,
its rate
it
of
had a
fire
headshot
little bit,
multiplier?
and we're also removing the headshot multiplier since it's not a precision weapon. And we really should see this have a lot of impact in.
I had no idea it had a
I'd say,
headshot
arena
multiplier.
matches in particular.
Yeah, I mean, playing against them with this weapon, you
Is
can
this their way of
notice
saying
the
that they're not
difference,
gonna take
I
it off the
expect
wall,
players to react
right?
pretty quickly to that.
They might
change.
not even take it off
That
the
would just
wall. They
make
might
sense
just
to me.
leave the sandbox the
It's a
same.
shotgun, you aim center mass,
Mhm.
and it just is consistent that way.
Yeah.
So
We
why I
changed
really
it,
like
so
it.
now we're gonna leave it,
But the other ones
Yep.
I don't really like.
and they're still gonna be GA.
Just comments. You guys were already delivering such great messages.
Okay,
We got to run a show. We got to run
Feel
a show.
free to pipe in anytime. So we'll keep it rolling here.
Fucking
Now I'm
Yeah.
not going to say anything.
Let's talk about Tashi. Why don't you tell us about the Stalker rifle? I'll put you on the spot.
All right, let's do it.
Stalker.
I can
Stalker
talk about the
rifle.
Stalker.
What's changed here?
Stalker.
they're not
just got
changing aim
nudged a little
assist.
bit. So we reduced the rate of fire, make it feel better against the bandit. If you've played Streets at all, you know you're running around like crazy with the Stalker, just destroying everybody. Now it's still powerful. Absolutely want to time in, go pick it up. But we just, nudged it just a touch. Like
Pretty
if you're a
minor.
really high skilled player, you'll probably notice. But
Yeah.
my guess is most players, it'll feel the same.
That's
I
fine.
don't think I'm going to notice a tenth of a second. I don't. So, but I'll let you know.
We'll notice it, but it's not.
To me, it helps with the pacing.
The recommendation was like
Before
lower
I felt
aim
like
assist
I
and
had
hip
to shoot it
fire
as
and
fast
make
as I
it
could.
better
Now it's
in
like
scope.
telling me, hey, take your time, actually
Yeah.
aim it. Just that little bit of a difference
Sure.
matters. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right, so let's move along here and talk about the shock rifle.
Shock rifle was
Reduced magnetism from hip fire.
with this gun.
That's
as
a big
opposed to aiming
change.
down using the scope.
No, not now. Out of all times to go to fucking die on me. Oh, dude, they went down. They went down everywhere. Oh no.
We're seeing a lot of people
Oh my
just
God.
hip fire. We were seeing a lot of people
We're
just
back.
hip fire with this gun as opposed to aiming down using the scope.
No, wait, no. I thought we were back. We're not actually. I don't think we're actually back.
We were seeing a lot of people just hip fire with this gun as opposed to aiming down using the scope.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, classic. This is actually a big change, and I think it's one that will go over well with the competitive community. Yeah, classic. All right. What can we get? I can't do anything. We can't do anything. But the less magnetism on the hip fire is going to make hip firing less powerful. It is pretty powerful right now. It's going to make the gun more skillful, and less incentive to GA it, more incentive to like have it more prevalent in the sandbox as well, depending on how much the change actually affects the gameplay. So we might be able to see more shock rifle in game if it's more skillful. Outside of that, yeah, we're getting milked, bro.
We're seeing a lot of people just hip fire with this gun as opposed to aiming down, using the scope.
Big F's in the chat. I can just keep refreshing everything. It better come back to the conversation on the shock and then redo it over again, right? So we don't like have to piece this together. TikTok is up? No way, TikTok. Look, I don't want to watch it on TikTok. Okay.
We're seeing a lot of people just we were seeing a lot of people just hip fire with this gun.
Yeah, it makes the weapon more skill
aiming
based.
down, using the scope.
Okay, so what do we think of what we've seen so far while we wait for the stream to hopefully come back, right? So the fuel rod cannon, you can tell what they're doing with the fuel rod, right? It's a fuel rod spanker. They took a weapon model that they probably already had applied. Like the current spanker is like a Forerunner one or whatever. It's a subtly modified spanker weapon model. It was a very easy, kind of like a low effort change to make the fuel rod, to add the fuel rod to the game, so you can see what they're doing. And it definitely gives you an understanding of like the size of the team working on Halo and how much they're capable of. I'm happy to have a gun that, that works like the fuel rod in the game. And hopefully that mixes up the gameplay in a fun and exciting way. So it's something, but the level of effort and kind of love behind it is, I'm not getting, it's not coming across in the way that it would if they just redesigned, the actual fuel rod in the way that we know and love. So that's like a little bit disappointing. I think it's fair to say that. Ranked, wait, we got the assault game type. We'll find out, right? We're still waiting for the broadcast. But yeah, so the nade bounce is the most interesting change that they've made so far. Or the slower cast time is going to remove or slow down the nade spam. We got an article. Cool. That's a first. Power surge in the building. Booting stream back up now. Holy. Wait, let me give that an RT. Wow. Okay, so we have an article. Does it actually, is it going to spoil everything? Is this how we want to learn about what's coming in the game? Do we care? Or do we want to wait to read this till after the show? What do we think, chat? Type 1 if you want me to wait, or type 2 if you want me to just like read through what I can in the article while we maybe wait a little bit. I kind of want to see them reveal it before we read it. Maybe I shouldn't have asked. We're getting a lot of ones. Bro. They just want the spoilers. Wait. Chat, you got to tell me the moment that it comes.
A lot of people just
comes back up, though. You got to tell me the moment it comes back up. Okay, my God. Spring update 2025. I'm gonna bring my camera down and then nade bounces spam has always been awful in Infinite compared to previous Halo. Yes, you can throw nades significantly faster in Halo Infinite versus previous Halo, so that was a good change. The bounce is interesting because it's going to change the way that our lineups work for bank nades. There's a lot of very powerful bank nades that we play for, and there might be new bank nades that weren't possible previously or weren't effective previously that are going to be more effective now. So if you think like a good example would be like Streets, banking nades up the main ramp up into like the laundry area up into tires. Maybe there's new ways to get up into tires with like a nade bounce. Anyway, okay. Operation Frontlines kicks off for the spring update at the start of February. You'll be getting your hands on a new weapon. So it's just the one weapon. The fuel rod spanker is all we get. Overhauled, expanded premium operation pass with 4 unique sets of armor, return to the fan favorite assault mode, balance updates, and more. Yeah. Updates and operations. So we know that they're going to release multiple. There's one March 11, and then April 8, and then after that, in the summer, sometime we're going to get the next like big update. Chat's moving too quick. If you're trying to tell me something, Strafe Excel was added. Yeah, Strafe Inertia. Right. So Fuel Rod Spanker, Operation Pass, Assault, Sandbox, Heatwave, Stalker, Disruptor. They're trying to make all the GA weapons un-GA'd. That's what they're trying to do. Instead of allowing us to GA. So we got Disruptor changes. We'll read what that is. All right. Hold on. Bulldog changes, we know. Shock, the magnetism change, the AR. Once again, everything that's like under GA, they don't want to take it off the wall is what they want to do. They don't want to take it off the wall. So the air got changed, the nade physics, bounciness, movement, strafe acceleration. It's happening. Strafe acceleration values are being updated to improve the feel of gameplay engagements across the board. This adjustment will help address community feedback on topics such as jiggle peeking behind cover and reduce instances of opponents changing directions at seemingly unnatural speeds when strafing. The adjustment of these strafe scalars should bring the overall feel of Halo Infinite's combat even more in line with previous Halo titles. So the acceleration strafe is going down from 1 to 0.78. What, 20.22 change? Stop, your chat is begging me. For what? What do you mean? Read the chat. Is it back? I can't do two things at the same time. I'm G-sliding through the chat. Am I spoiling it? Am I spoiling it?
Shy, you scammed us. One was wait for stream.
No, one was not wait. Was one wait?
With this gun.
Was one wait? Oh, I suck. I actually scammed you guys, didn't I?
We're seeing a lot of people just hip fire with this gun as opposed to aiming down, using the scope.
Fuck! Fuck. I'm sorry. Oh my God, bro. I saw one and I thought one was like, go, bro. I thought you guys were like telling me to go. Oh, I feel bad now. All right, that's an L. I'll take an L for that. I ruined your day? Fuck all you. What the hell? No! I did not. This ruined our day. For the record, it's not my fault, okay? I'm reacting to circumstances. Look, I thought you guys were telling me to speed up. This ruined our day, all right? You can't blame me. You got to blame freaking Halo Studios for whatever this is. I'm just trying to be a good host. We already know it's happening. It's not a surprise. We know it's happening. I didn't look at any of the details of the assault. I didn't look at any of the details of like how specifically they're changing the weapons, right? So we just know that. Look, anyway, I'm gonna shut up.
A 343 dev scamming is tears of joy.
Thank you, Concies. I'm actually sorry. I'm actually sorry. I feel bad. I actually did. I wasn't thinking because when I said one. Anyway, you get what I'm saying. I confused it. I confused the numbers. It's a very simple. It was a very simple request, and I failed you all. Okay, all right.
We're seeing a lot of people just hip.
We're
seeing a lot of people just hip fire with this gun as opposed to aiming down, using the scope.
What I should say is, fuck all y'all. All right, you chose to watch this broadcast, you motherfuckers. I just wanted to start. I want the broadcast to start, bro. I want the broadcast to fix itself.
We're seeing a lot of people just hip fire with this gun as opposed to aiming down, using the scope.
Came for the beard. She stayed for the beard, not for the leaks. You got the leaks in the worst possible. I gave you the instant gratification. I TikToked my way through the update. All right, I gave you instant gratification. You basically got this in the form of like a piece of cake. I just fed it to you, force fed you cake, and now you feel sick. I understand. Okay. Jesus Christ. Instant gratification. We literally hit you with the TikTok scroll through. Not exciting. Opened all the presents the night before Christmas. You know what I mean? Like, or somebody. Anyway, you get. Oh, finally, I can stop stalling. Please. We're live. We got something. Pretend you didn't see any of that. Pretend none of that happened. Pretend none of that happened. All right, we're going to reset. I'm going to reset my intentions. I'm going to reset my brain. Okay, none of it happened. Everybody shut the fuck up. No leaks. Roadmap is coming. Imagine if we didn't look at the roadmap. I didn't see it. I didn't see the roadmap. That's a W. I didn't. It's probably at the bottom. I didn't see it. Swear to God. Bad transmission. Let's go, brother. 12 months, 1 year.
That is just good Halo right there. That is just damn good Halo. My God.
Perfect. I'm 33. Wait, was my mistake? Am I too old to be making these mistakes? Is that what you're trying to say? 33-year-old man getting too excited about Halo content? Unacceptable. I just said how old I am. Get with the program. For the record, when we went kind of wild, we got more viewers this way. So I should do this more.
So, man, Tashi, I'm so stoked for this roadmap. Man, this is I think it's gonna be the best year of HCS ever.
Bro, the audio.
I can't wait.
Big bombs that were dropped. If you recall, like Tashi said, get your tickets right now via on.
This is the way.
No.
Thanks for the production, folks.
Yes,
getting us back up.
Oh, the audio's good here.
Just can't catch a break. I said we've
I
never
know.
had the two of you in this in here.
I know.
So something to do
Explosive.
with this aura and the
Explosive,
shock
yeah.
rifle
Electric.
together.
Yeah. Electric.
Electric,
Yeah.
explosive, all the
Overload
above.
is
It is electric.
It's
So
true.
Conscious, thank you,
you want
brother.
to pick up where we were?
Yeah, we were talking
Did we
about
finish the shock rifle?
No.
We were talking about everybody's hip fires all the time.
That's pretty much it. The shock rifle was everyone's hip firing
Yeah.
way too much.
Now, when you see a no scope on the HCS main stage, cheer a little louder.
It's all part of the
It was
content.
definitely harder to hit this one.
Yeah, it's not expected that you're going to hit the headshot now.
Yeah.
It's a little bit tougher. I was joking. It's almost like Halo 4 no scoping, right? A little bit too easy.
Okay.
Now it's going to be more challenging when you go for those no scopes.
I wonder what that'll mean for
So it's
competitive.
Halo
Will it
4
be more
reference.
exciting seeing the
Let's keep
headshot?
went
going
over
through
everybody's
our
head.
I'm just saying.
Halo
I
Infinite
played a
spring update.
lot of every game.
Sandbox tuning changes. Next on my list, we'll keep it in the electric family. We've got the Disruptor.
Yep. Disruptor is
Reduced
we were seeing
ammo,
some
decreased
feedback around it,
accuracy.
like outperforming at range, especially because you can do that damage over time at a range. So we've increased how much it'll bloom.
Still GA.
You can see it kind of flickering on its max bloom there, and then we've also
It has
on
bloom
ranked
now.
maps,
That'll fix
Richie,
it.
reduce the ammo.
Yeah, just want to be clear. Like on ranked maps only, we're reducing the ammo for this map or this
Okay.
weapon.
And that's just on the pickup, right? The
Yeah.
extra
Only on
ammo
ranked,
that
they're
you have in
reducing
your
ammo?
pocket.
Interesting.
All right. Getting near the end of our list here. Let's talk about the assault rifle.
Yeah, so the assault rifle had quite a significant
Increased
change. I'd
initial
say August
accuracy.
of last year. I think that was
Removed
the
headshot
Fleet
multiplier.
Com update, and we changed its bloom properties quite a bit. You can see before it expanded very quickly to that max bloom, but players really missed that initial accuracy that it used to have. So we're bringing that back. And it's going to have a more accurate starting to its bloom, but then it's going to expand to
Gentlemen's
a
agreement.
much
Chat will tell
bigger
you.
outer bloom. So if you're going for those longer sustained ones, full auto, not really controlling it, you'll see it go a bit wider.
So you get a little bit more
And then
pinpoint precision for the opening
In
shots.
addition to that, we've got the
But it gets more
headshot
inaccurate when you
multiplier.
hold it
Actually,
down
we've
now.
taken it off and reduced ammo
Okay.
on those ranked maps.
Yes, just
Still
like you said,
GA'd.
clear. Only place where we're reducing ammo
I
for
don't know.
the assault rifle and disruptor, ranked maps only.
Okay.
This
Yeah.
one feels like
Another
it's
ammo reduction.
now more in line with the spirit of what I think the assault rifle, or at least how players like intend to play with it. So it's a nice, elegant change. I feel
You
like
you
guys
feather
did.
the trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people
More.
have said it's a buff. Some people have said it's a nerf. I want to see how it nets out with everyone out there in the community. Because anytime you hear
got you.
it's both, that means you've probably found a pretty good spot. So I'm just excited to see how people feel about the change when they go hands on.
Gentlemen's
All right,
agreement to
we got
not
one more
use a
sandbox
specific
tuning update.
item.
This one's actually not.
Bro, please.
Ah,
No, I don't want
Are
to.
reducing.
This is how they
strength
make me sub?
acceleration. Fans have been asking for this for quite some time.
please.
We're
The crowd
excited to bring it out. Yeah, the crowd goes wild.
Strife
We're excited
inertia.
to bring this into Halo Infinite next week. Richie, I know it's been very impactful in ranked and HCS gameplay.
Yeah, I would consider this probably the most impactful change to gameplay. Like, full stop. Just playing with this.
Is that
last
a
few
pro
months,
Jiggle Pekin?
Testing it out. It's a very noticeable difference. Obviously, it addresses the
We got to
Jiggle
get
Peak
Cycle
feedback
or
we've been
somebody
hearing.
jiggle peeking just to
So
make
I'm really
sure.
excited to see how
That's
the meta
definitely
shifts
Tashi
when
on the
we're
peak,
watching
no?
like the best players play.
I had just spent like the whole holiday break learning how to jiggle peek.
Left, right,
Yeah.
left, right, left, right.
You could give me a heads up, man. Like, come on. All right. So again, we got interrupted there in the middle, but you will be able to find greater details on all these tuning updates.
We
and
won't know
frankly,
till we
everything
try it.
on today's stream. If you head over to Halo Waypoint at some point after the stream.
How did you know? It's not like I
you can dig into
spoiled
our
it for
blog,
you
there's more
guys.
details.
Come on.
Let's shift gears here now,
That's a
guys.
surprise.
We've covered the sandbox. Pretty excited about this one. Let's talk about modes. We've got a new to Infinite, but fan favorite returning. John, tell us what's coming next
Almost
week.
dropped another
Yeah.
F-bomb.
Next week, we've got Assault making its triumphant return.
All right.
You can see here we've got a little bit of B-roll of Assault on the fan favorite High Ground. A nice little matchup here. Teammate is throwing a fusion coil all the way down, almost hits the bomb carrier. And yeah, bomb is back. We're going to have one bomb. We're going to have
So the
neutral
inertia
bomb.
change looked pretty subtle, by the way.
There will be a 4v4 playlist featured on launch day, and there will also be a squad battle featured Assault playlist on launch day. So
Any changes
whether
to the
you want
mode?
to play it in that smaller setting or the bigger setting, you've got options there.
It's good stuff. We'll talk more about Assault here, I think, in a minute with you, right, Richie? But I also wanted to ask you about, in my notes here, I was just speaking of, John mentioned playlists for Assault dedicated. Let's talk about ranked playlists for a little bit. Can we get into that? And
it lowers TTK or increases TTK.
A new rotational is coming to ranked next week.
We do have a brand new rotational debuting next week. It's a ranked squad battle. So 8v8 as you know it in a competitive
What about Assault?
atmosphere, like you mentioned,
is it not ranked?
We'll be debuting Assault in that playlist. Both neutral bomb and one bomb will be playable in ranked squad battle. Bandit Evo starts. It is a ranked playlist. And on one bomb, we'll have Cassini Bay and Refuge, fan favorites from Halo 2, Zanzibar, Headlong, as we know them. I'm really excited for this. Another note, you will be able to play full party size, 8 people, get 7 friends, join up, have a blast. Playing in playtest, it's just funny moment after funny moment, but you know, it's ranked. You got to get serious for a second. So I'm excited to see what happens.
What sort of sandbox changes?
Like Halo 2 clan battles?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Getting to play these maps? Yeah.
This will be fun.
Yeah, this is going to be awesome.
Yeah,
I'm definitely going to roll deep with a party.
This will be fun.
Yeah, just get my ass kicked.
They said S&D.
Richie, ranked is
no Bandit Evo
is
change.
Also coming to a few other playlists, right?
Yeah, a few other social players, right, Brian?
Yeah, well, you mean in ranked or you mean in social? Oh,
ranked,
in
neutral
ranked,
bomb.
Sorry, we also have.
Okay.
Yeah. Next, we have obviously ranked assaults, 4v4. You will be able to play it, as you can see here, Aquarius.
You have to hold it as you arm it.
Fortress, which is a new map coming to ranked, coming to HCS. It's a little sneak peek for later. But I think it plays really well. These maps are great for it. Very, very fast paced. Got to make sure you stay alert out there.
Yeah, sorry. I wanted to make sure we covered that on the mode side.
Huge.
And then,
yeah, it's big. Yeah.
And then we also do have a new map coming, right?
We do have a new map coming. Like to finally introduce Origin.
Nice.
Long time coming. Another fan
Coliseum
favorite.
remake.
Hey, this looks familiar.
It does look familiar. It's Halo 5 Guardians remake of Coliseum. As you can see, it's been created by Haya Mike, Comerplex, Dark Maiming. Been working with these guys on this map for a while.
Out of all the Halo 5 maps, I think this is the best one.
Huge shout out to these guys. Super cooperative.
For Infinite.
Great
we'll see.
to work with along the way. And yeah, we will be having Slayer.
It's not great.
CTF coming to ranked arena for this map. And on top of that, you can find it in other ranked playlists like Slayer and Doubles.
Yep. It'll also be scattered around a couple other different non-ranked playlists as well.
It'll be in the social.
Yep.
Yeah.
You'll be able to find that in social. So we got new maps.
If it works as it should,
Richie.
W.
You guys have made some really
performance-wise, right?
Impact, cool changes to existing maps. Tell us about that.
Obviously, we've had some maps that have been with us in ranked and HCS since the inception of the game, and even a little bit past launch, like
Catalyst,
Recharge, Aquarius, Streets, maps like that. And we just realized some of our players may have found optimized strategies on these maps. We're like, okay, what can we do to maybe improve these maps and change them out a little bit?
It made a jump.
As you can see here, we've got jumps that may look subtle at first, but really they can make some impactful moments in games. Like you see the one in Aquarius, I think was my favorite.
Yeah,
another route into the base.
Hold on.
Flag or
we're adding jumps.
Bomb, and just different lines of sight on Recharge, like you can see here.
This is a really big one too.
Yeah, like
these are crazy
here. Just different routes to keep your opponent guessing. You know, sometimes as you
they're trying to add skill jumps. There's no way.
Wait for an opponent. Now you have a little bit more to think about.
Are they actually skillful though? We'll find. We'll find out.
The bottom side of these maps in this scenario,
they look pretty easy to hit.
You feel like, well, I'm just like a fish in a barrel. You know what I mean? Like I'm kind of
adding jumps is a W. That's kind of cool.
So now you have different options to
That's kind of cool
as a player, and now you get into the head game with the other player. They're gonna be
they're actually embracing something they've been nerfing the entirety of the freaking life of the game, right?
Element to these maps in like a really subtle way.
Hey, keep doing it. Keep doing this. Keep doing more of this.
How it all plays out.
I like the direction we're going.
Level playing, you're seeing that your mind is probably like, holy crap! Like now,
I should do it on live fire and everything too.
And when I want to chase after the guy with the oddball, I can take this route. Like it like really changes specific moments in a big way.
Yeah, can't wait to see that.
So that's an easy change to your existing maps that like makes it different. It makes it more exciting, right? Like
a pretty small area.
Thank you.
Speaking of high skilled players, tell us, let's bring all this together now.
Should do it to every map.
And Tashi, and tell us a story. Sort of what does this mean in terms of the HCS map rotation and kind of what are we going to see this season?
Ooh.
Stock HCS map rotation, as you can see on your screen here.
Origin,
there's
Recharge, Solitude, Streets, CTF,
ingest.
Aqua Forbidden, Fortress.
Going from year 3 of HCS into year 4.
So it's just Fortress
is
new in
two
Origin.
New maps coming.
Okay.
We're debuting Origin on Slayer and CTF, 3 captures. to
Neutral
win on
bomb for
Origin.
2 maps.
And of course, Fortress. Fortress, we will have Neutral Bomb, which is a new mode
Or
to
CTF.
HCS and obviously the game, and also Fortress CTF. Along with Fortress on Neutral Bomb, we are adding Aquarius Neutral Bomb.
So we're doing
and
Origin
we are
Slayer.
adding, obviously, I mentioned CTF Origin and CTF Fortress with adding.
That's a lot
2
of
new
stuff to
CTFs.
play, by the
We
way. This is
decided
a lot of...
Probably going to remove at least 1. Right now, we've decided to
I'm
remove
walking
Empyrean.
Aquarius.
Shout out to
Aquarius.
Empyrean.
On Slayer.
Obviously,
Slayer. It's the Slayer category.
the Pit,
Aqua,
as
Live Fire,
we formerly
Origin.
knew it, has served us well in many Halo games and has served us well here.
Numerous Halo games now.
Numerous,
yeah.
I think.
It's Slayer.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
Slayer. Slayer.
But yeah, farewell to Empyrean for now. And like you can see here, a lot to digest.
No, Pit's gone. Pit. They took
a
out
lot
Pit.
to practice. I'm
took
really
out Pit.
excited to see both new maps, new modes.
I'm okay with that.
Obviously, new ranked rotational playlists. There's a lot of new stuff coming for ranked players, and they have their work cut out for them. You know, there's a lot of new meta to develop, things to learn.
That's kind of
so
cool. Yeah,
they gotta
Pit's
get on
gone
the
now.
grind.
New weapon
Empyrean.
balances and new jumps.
New
yeah.
weapon balances.
Dude,
and
we've been
good
playing Pit
point.
since
Also,
Halo
just
3.
A little bit more sandbox relocations on the maps to keep it fresh too.
I'm okay with it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm okay
cannot
with it.
Wait. Tasha,
Slayer
we're
on
kicking over to you
Origin
right
is
now.
new,
We're starting
right?
to talk more
Fortress
about
Assault.
HCS
No
and,
Fortress Slayer.
yeah,
Solitude is
let's,
king of the hill.
I know people
Maybe
are eager to
Slayer
get
as
to
well.
know that.
I think
We're
it might
gonna do that
actually
here
be Slayer as well.
momentarily, but
Solitude.
why don't you first? Let's start off.
That's a
give
lot
us
of
an
maps in
update
there. Like a
on
lot of
partner
stuff,
teams.
you know?
Yes,
When you think
so
scrimming
obviously
with the
partner
5
teams are a
game
huge
types.
part of the HCS ecosystem.
I like Solitude.
And
King of
want
Hill.
to start by just saying thank you to 2 teams who are going to be exiting, which is Quadrant
Bizarre would have been
and
cool.
Sentinels.
Assault.
They've been with the league for numerous
Quadrant
years.
and
Especially
Sentinels are out.
Sentinels. I mean, they joined on before even Halo Infinite came out.
Yeah.
And
That's a
Quadrant
big
ran
hit.
an amazing London major, and they put so much effort in. You know, they always showed up at the events, supporting the fans. Sentinels always had a booth, always did great tournaments. And just want to say a heartfelt thank you. You know, we are leaving things on good terms. Hopefully come back sometime in the future. But again, just a big thank you to
Face Day,
Quadrant
Face
and
Day.
Sentinels for being part
Stay
of the
tuned.
HCS. But that's not all. So
Who we adding?
we have obviously 2 spots that have been opened. And so we've been doing work in the off season to find 2 teams to enter the partnership
A brand new
program.
team? Who?
The first I'm excited to announce is
Shopify.
Shopify Rebellion.
Shopify.
So the Shopify has been in the league for a number of years now, and they've been great to work
Can't
with.
be
They're
ITB.
a staple now.
It can't be
exactly.
ITB.
They're
Yeah.
always there. Yeah.
Always fielding a great roster.
Who else? It
I've
can't be
heard nothing
Native.
but
Native said they
positive
didn't get
feedback
it
from
unless
the
they were
players.
lying.
And they had a great booth at Worlds last year, and it's clear they just like are committed and putting their best foot forward. And you know, those are the type of partners that we want to work with. In the
Envy,
ecosystem.
no.
So we're really excited to bring Shopify in, and you know, of course, as customary, they're going to be having more booths at our events. They're going to be hosting their own side tournaments, and of course, later in this year, you'll see their content in the in-game shop as well for people to you know, dress up with.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. And there's still one more slot open, and which we are excited to announce is being filled by TSM.
Oh, it's happening!
This is a
No!
first for Halo. We've been actually talking
No
to
way.
TSM for years. And
I thought they
years,
turned
so
him down.
We're really excited to finally
TSM's
find the right
pretty good.
opportunity and the right moment to bring TSM into the HCS.
I thought they
into
turned
Halo
him
for the
down.
First time ever.
That's
They've
right,
got a great roster. I think they're announcing it later. I'm not going to spoil it right here, but we're
Leak
really
it.
That's exciting.
yeah. But
Who gets
no, we're
TSM?
Really excited to partner with TSM. I mean, they're
Trippy's
a legendary
team?
brand in
TSM?
esports and
Or Ryan
they're in,
Noob's
you know,
team?
multiple games, and
Or
we're really excited to
Soul
you know,
Snipe?
have them be in Halo now. And
Who could it?
you know, I know their
Monster's
skins
the
are gonna
coach.
look awesome and
No.
whatnot. So
Dark
we're
Inside?
really pumped for TSM.
Heck yeah. So
TSM's
let's take
a good
look
org.
then. What does that
or
look like? What is
large
our
org.
official
Seems like it.
2025
Nice.
Yep. There
got
you have
skins.
it.
partner
So,
team family? There they are.
filled out roster of all 7 teams. Of course, welcoming back Space Station,
No EU
Optic,
orgs.
FaZe, Cloud9, and Complexity. Just a huge thank you to all of them as well for being part of the HCS for many years now. And
Team Solo
continuing
Mid.
to
It's a
support
org, a
and,
large
you know,
org.
it's really like
Relatively.
you can't put into words like how big of an impact this has on our whole ecosystem, right? They are paying the salaries for these pro players,
I think
enabling them
Trippy's
to
FaZe,
live out their
I
dreams
think.
playing Halo competitively, and all of their fans watch, and it's just a really important part. So big thank you to all of our partners. Thank you for being part
TSM
of this all
Lethal.
again, and thank you for all the fans that are supporting the teams and you know aligning your fandom with them and all that stuff. So continue to support the teams, continue to help them out. That's what helps make this whole thing go. So
Roadmap.
yeah, thank you again to all of our.
We'll talk
partner
about
teams.
TSM. We'll talk about it.
All right, Tashi. Well, we're getting into that time. now.
Roadmap.
And
Oh, we're out of
let's-
time. No.
No. Okay, and that's a wrap. No, let's Richie, you talked
Thank
about
you,
some of
Elvis.
the new cool things that are coming to shake up the meta. We've got new teams coming into the fray. Now, Tashi, tell us
Where are they going to be doing this?
when, where, and how can we get involved and start getting on board the HCS hype train for this season?
All right. Well, let's do it one by one. So we're going to be kicking things off in a very interesting way. We've never done this before, so I'm excited to announce the FaZe Kason Showdown. So Kason is a huge streamer, is part of FaZe. He's a huge Halo fan as well.
50K showdown.
We're working closely with him to do an invitational single-day LAN event, $50,000. There won't be any fans in attendance, but you'll be able to watch the entire thing online.
Okay.
You can see twitch.tv/Kason. It'll be on the Halo
That's
channel
pretty
as
dope.
well.
That's a W.
And
Wason?
he handpicked 4
That's
teams.
a W.
It's going to be Space
Trippy
Station,
Steve-
Shopify Rebellion,
it's gotta be.
FaZe, as well as Optic. And
Wason,
this
for sure.
is going to be an insane kind of preview for the whole season. So we've never done
That's
this
a big
before.
W.
We're really pumped. It's going to be like one full day of the craziest high-level matches that you can imagine, and on all of the new
Good
things that we
storylines,
just
top
showed.
4
So
of freaking
the new
head-to-head.
sandbox tunings, the new maps, all of that stuff. So
That's March, though. That's last
that'll
weekend of
be a
March.
really awesome way to kick it off, and that's March 29th.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Just keep rolling. It's all you.
The next event, I got this. All right, the next event is going to be the kickoff major with Optic Gaming, April 18th to 20th at the Esports
Arlington.
Stadium,
Okay.
Arlington.
Not
I mean,
surprising.
what more could be said here? Optic are amazing partners. They
So the
always
first
host a
big
great
event is
The
April.
Greenwall always shows
Late
out
April.
in full force.
That's a ways
and
up.
They've got a really crazy new roster this year.
It's
so
gonna
I
be
know they're
Texas,
show
bro.
up in
We
a
know
big
it.
way. It's a major, so $250,000 prize pool for the 4v4.
Get ready for more
We'll have
Texas.
side tournaments for
Get ready
various
for
other
more.
Halo games, including Halo Infinite, of course, the free-for-all, and yeah, tickets will be on sale in a few weeks, but we're kicking things off with the Optic Major.
TSM
event,
dropped
so
the
that one's
announcement.
really
Cherish, Drux,
exciting.
Soul
And obviously
Snipe, and
a ton of
Talik.
points, too, so
Nice.
you know, that will be really important to basically see where all the teams stand up.
Good
in the
team. Good
season.
team. That's TSM.
Cool.
That's a
All
big
right, what's
pickup.
next?
Druck got an
Okay,
org, bro.
next,
He's on an org.
We get a
Canadians
lot
on
of,
orgs.
questions about, you know, returning to this type of event, and we're excited to announce we're going to be at DreamHack
With Call of Duty.
in May 23rd to 25th.
Dallas.
That's in Dallas, Texas. It is the HCS Open, so we have some format details that are still being locked in, so we'll have more to share in the coming weeks. But you can expect, obviously, a 4v4 open and pro kind of type of format. And yeah, we'll have more details to share, but it's always been special being part of DreamHack. There's a huge festival. They have like tens of thousands of people going every single day.
Part of a
So it's
really
gonna be
big
ransacked.
venue,
There's
right?
tons of games there.
Yeah, people not just there for
it's
Halo.
You
fun.
just walk around when you're
It
in
is,
the
yeah.
venue.
Yeah.
It's cool. seeing
That would
all
be
the
cool.
other
I think
games,
COD's going to be there, right?
In the same place.
Really?
That's true.
Well,
Yeah.
it's happening, huh?
It's very exciting.
Wow, yeah.
John, you're going to bring your own PC for the Bring Your Own PC LAN area
Oh,
this year.
I could
We
set
talked
up.
about that. All right.
You'll bring
That'll
a
be a
laptop.
fun
I got
one.
no work deliverables.
Two
I'll just
Texas
sit there.
events. Yeah,
I mean, it
yeah.
almost feels like
Tech-
we're opening a
it's-
satellite
we
office
expected
in
it, though. We
Texas,
expected
but we can talk about that later. All right,
Not a bad
DreamHack is definitely unique. It's awesome to be back there. I'm going to have to put that one on my own itinerary, but what's after that?
Next, we've got another major. We're going to be partnering with Space Station for the Salt Lake City major.
Salt Lake
1st
again?
to 3rd. Again,
It's the same roadmap, bro. It's literally the same roadmap. It's the same roadmap.
Last year,
Literally the same
I
as
mean,
last year.
there's just a wealth of things that you could have done, different games to play. They had incredible
It's-
branding.
yeah.
I mean, they just went all out. Like, it was amazing. And so we just had to work with Space Station once again.
It's a
in
W,
their
though,
hometown
still.
of Salt Lake City. So, you know, there you go.
No surprises,
So
man.
they're
Are
going to
you
bring the heat. We're really
Playing
excited about that
favorites.
one.
Okay.
And in August, it's
Yeah,
gonna be
they're
nice
literally
and-
bringing the heat.
Yeah.
I wear
FaZe
they make
major?
amazing apparel.
Or is that the case
They
on?
really do.
Yeah.
SR at
They-
Toronto
They threw the gauntlet
before
down.
Worlds?
Anyone else wants to
Police?
rise to the occasion, bring it. But I am biased, John, and I'm okay with that.
He's like, I'm going to say it.
It's fine.
Sorry about the ads, Chad.
All right. So after SSG,
Yeah, so after SSG, we'll have yet another major, and this time partnering with FaZe Clan. Final details are
Toronto.
still being
No.
locked in here, so we're looking at the early fall time frame, which
okay.
if you look
Atlanta?
at the calendar, it kind of narrows it down to the weekend that it might be on.
Maybe Atlanta.
Cities to be announced. We're working really hard on
Chicago,
making sure we're picking the
NYC.
right city. We are absolutely listening to community feedback
Toronto.
about their favorite requested cities and where we want to be. So we just have some final details we need
No
to lock
Shopify
down,
major.
But, you know, FaZe again did an awesome job at the Atlanta major last year.
That was a good
that was a
time.
really kick-ass event. And so, you can absolutely expect their fingerprints to be all over this one. And it's another major. So 250K prize pool, and arguably the most important major of the year competitively, because
Right
it's your
before
main
Worlds.
qualifier before Worlds. So,
Yeah. So
absolutely
250K
huge event.
majors.
And yeah, we're excited to share more details. Just need a few more weeks cooking.
It might not be
Awesome.
Atlanta.
And you mentioned Worlds, so why don't you bring us home?
Let's do it. We're literally coming home. Seattle, Washington, October
Back to
24th
Seattle.
to 26th. $1 million Halo
5
World
events.
Championship.
Very nice.
At the very
to
least, we
cap
got
off
5
year
events.
4 of HCS
And we got
for
the
Halo
Invitational.
Infinite. This one is going to be obviously really special, not only because it's Worlds,
We're matching it at
but
least.
also we're kind of mixing things up a bit. We've had really the same floor plan for the last and stage design for the last few years. So we're working with Esports Engine right now to make some design alterations, improve the flow based on community feedback and what we're seeing out there, but also want to make some new additions. We're of course going to bring back the community stage. We're going to have the cosplay contest,
Nice.
all the things that people know and love about Worlds and how it's
Worlds
really a
is always
celebration
fun.
of the entire Halo community, not just esports. That's
1
what
million.
we're looking to obviously bring back and even add even more things to it. So
5 events.
we're pumped.
5
Worlds is
events.
special. The whole studio will be there. So, if you can only go to one event, I definitely recommend the World Championship is it.
Yeah, late start to the year.
Yeah, here's a look at that full roadmap. Again, don't forget, we're kicking things off with the Kason Invitational, which doesn't have any points, which is why it's not on this graphic. But you can see also here's the online qualifiers, which are going to start up in the very first week of March. So we're just a few weeks away from all the official HCS competition kicking off, and that first
No
one will
EU
feed
events.
into the Optic Major,
No
as you
EU.
can see, and it all culminates in Worlds. So we're excited for another.
Because it's easy,
year of
Texas.
HCS.
That's where
Hell
Optic is
yeah.
headquartered.
And Tashi, if in case anybody looking for more information on the roadmap or any of the HCS news or ranked updates,
We'll talk about
HCS news, I should say, where can they go to find that?
Yes. So 4 locations: Halo.gg. Follow HCS on X/Twitter. Follow HCS on Instagram, and then the HCS YouTube. So if you're locked to all of those, you're going to get all the latest information for everything throughout the season. So when tickets go live, team passes, all that good stuff.
Heck yeah.
No Canada
Well, yeah, we
majors.
did it.
No
This-
European majors.
Almost got this thing in an hour, so you almost won the bet.
I
if
know.
not for that pesky power outage.
I know we would have had it.
But yeah, we are pretty much at the end. We've covered a whole bunch of stuff today. As we wrap things up, Tashi, Richie, I'll kick it over to you guys. Do you have any kind of closing remarks, any final thoughts you'd like to share? Richie, we'll tell the people what you got going on.
Well, just bringing it back to this update specifically, like if you're just a Halo fan, Halo player, it's really exciting time to get back into the game or continue to play the game. There's so much new, good stuff. I'm really excited. So yeah.
Yeah, likewise. I mean, the ranked and HCS and gameplay teams have just been cooking, and we wanted to make sure we had something big going into the game for ranked.
No Falcon, by the
competitive
way.
Before the HCS season
No
started.
shotgun.
So,
Shotgun.
I'm personally just really excited about how much we were able to change and new things we were able to add. Assault going in, like there's so much. Like, so if you play ranked and the ranks resets Tuesday,
5
get in there,
majors.
it's going to feel like a totally fresh experience. And then just want to say thank you to everybody for supporting HCS over the years and continue to support. We just celebrated 10 years of HCS starting, and now we get to continue. It's the 4th year for Halo Infinite, which is just crazy. This is actually like the longest running.
We've never had 4
major
years for one
competitive
game.
scene for a single Halo title ever.
Yep.
And the
That's a
rosters
W.
are all changed and crazy, and we've got these new maps and modes, and like you just saw the roadmap. Like, it's going to be an incredible year for HCS. So just thank you to everybody, all the fans, all the players, all the partners.
That's definitely a
and
W.
whatnot.
4 years.
We're just very thankful to be able to keep putting on an amazing show for you guys. Thank you.
Hell yeah. John, anything from your side before I go through my final closing notes here?
I'm just excited to jump in next week. I'm really excited to get my hands on everything.
Hell yeah.
So we got to wait till
thanks to
February
Richie and
4. We
Tashi
can't
for
just
joining
get on the
us.
game and
I am
test the
also stoked.
strafing
It's
out.
gonna
We can't do
be
that yet.
The best year yet for
February
Infinite
4th.
Esports. Very excited to see
Bro,
how this
it's
all
Black
plays
Opium.
out.
What is this?
And just to recap, and I should say again, if you want to go and learn more about all the stuff coming next week on Tuesday as part of Halo Infinite's spring update and Operation Frontlines, you can do that by heading over to HaloWaypoint.com.
I can show Origin, yeah.
We've got a blog there the team's put together. Just got a whole bunch of information about everything we've covered today. More details on some of the weapon tuning specifics. You can read about the Fuel Rod Spanker, brand new gun, weapon, explosive weapon coming to the sandbox next week. And some of the Battle Pass stuff I mentioned up at the front. if it felt confusing or you lost me there, or I lost you rather, you can read more about it on Waypoint. But the main thing to note is there is an expanded pass. It's got a lot more value jammed into it now in response to your feedback. And we hope you check it out, and we look forward to hearing what you think about that. And yeah, I should also remind you before we roll into Operation Frontlines, make sure you finish up your current Brute Force Operation Pass if you haven't yet. And going forward, remember, we'll have a big update. If we can look at that one more time, Nick, if you got that screen for me.
Nice.
Next week, we'll kick off our spring update with that download on February 4th, taking us in Operation Frontlines. Then next month after that, we'll have Operation Blue Team. That'll be you'll be able to find more of the traditional 20-tier Operation Pass available then. That's free. A free armor set that you'll be able to earn and unlock along your way. And then we'll bring home the spring update with the Operation Forerunner that'll go live in April 8th. And then after that, we're now talking about the summer update, which a little too far out right now to go into a lot of details, but I want to leave people with just one thing, John. I know we don't like to overhype or talk about things that are super far out, but just like we've had sort of the MA5K was one of the core pillars of the winter update.
Falcon.
Fuel Rod Spanker is a core piece of this next
Shotgun.
week's spring update.
Yep.
The summer update, it will be the summer of the Mutilator.
Oh, so it is the new shotty.
It is going to be exciting,
in the
and I know
summer.
a lot of folks have been super eager, and some people have found it and tinkered with it, but it's happening, it's real, and you can look forward to that as part of what's on deck for later this year in Infinite.
Okay,
We'll
it's still a
have
bit of a
more
ways
shares
out,
between
but
now and
yeah.
then, of course, so.
Mutilator
Guys,
shotgun.
I think we made
Summer.
it. We did it. We're at the end. Want to give a
Where's the
shout out
Falcon?
again to Nick, Phil, and Todd, our awesome production crew in the back that helps bring all this stream together. Also, big shouts out to Duncan and Riley and Lalo for a bunch of awesome graphics and videos that we saw here today, and a whole bunch of other people, of course, that helped bring all of these programs, HCS, and all of our community efforts to life. So on behalf of the whole studio,
That is huge.
thank
Yeah,
you
the
for
jumps are big.
watching and for supporting Halo, and we can't wait to see you online next Tuesday.
Okay, Chad. We're gonna summarize everything. Okay, we actually have stuff to talk about. We actually have a decent amount of stuff to talk about, which is nice. Thoughts on the update, just real quick. Is it a W? Is it like mid? Is it L? What are we thinking coming out of that? I think depending on how hardcore of a fan you are, you'll have different experiences. So TSM announced their roster. We know the TSM roster. We can go check that out immediately. Why is there 2 events in Texas, in case you're wondering? So it's just easy, right? Optic is headquartered in Texas, so they're going to do the Optic Major in Texas. We got a lot of W's. All right, I like to see we got a lot of W's. And there's a DreamHack Dallas event that's already happening, Dallas, Texas, that they just kind of piggybacked off of. It's just accessible, right? And that's a big event with multiple esports, including Call of Duty, at the event. So, it's understandable that they would take that option. It's a shame that they're not making bold decisions elsewhere. Salt Lake has always been SLC. They're based in SLC. That's not changing. And then FaZe, we don't know. FaZe, I would assume, would be Atlanta. But, I hope that they take some bold, make some bold moves. Give us something that we haven't seen in a long time, like Chicago, NY, Toronto. No European events, which is definitely unfortunate. Thank you, King.
That is just good Halo right there. That is just
Damn good Halo.
Oh my God.
We had some reasonably good Halo. I would say I'm leaning to W. I wouldn't say it's like definitive W, but for the most part, we got like a lot of what we wanted. I think as far as like esports, we've got stuff to look forward to. So we have a new map, right? We've got the Coliseum remake. We're still playing on Fortress, but no Slayer. We've got the CTF Fortress. What we could do is we can go look at the...
No, they wouldn't. They wouldn't do that.
Oh, they dropped the raid on Ubernick. Damn.
Anyways, you may have noticed.
Here, let's just look at the image.
This is the way.
Is it Comics? Thank you for the
The
follow.
way.
We got new skill jumps. I don't know how skillful they are, but the new jumps change the game in a pretty big way. I think especially for Aquarius, like you guys talked about, the jump to the window for Aquarius from the P side of the base is going to completely change how we interact with that map. Like, it was possible to get to that window, but it was extremely difficult and unreliable. Now it's going to be like, people are going to use that jump all the time to get up to that side of the base, making pink side runs like way more accessible and more powerful. So it will change the way the game plays. Same with Fortress. Fortress, like, being able to clamber up there is going to change how the flag run works.
So now you have different options.
Neutral bomb.
Here. So there is a pretty decent amount of content for competitive, right, to look forward to with esports. We've got 5 game modes now. So neutral bomb, I hope, is enjoyed. We're going to test it out. We'll see what the pros think of it, having tried it. Can I get rid of this? 2 Strongholds maps. We didn't change that. We're still live fire and recharge for Strongholds. 3 King of the Hill, live fire, recharge, Solitude. Live fire, recharge, Streets for Oddball. So Streets is Slayer and Oddball. Solitude Slayer is still in. Recharge Slayer, live fire Slayer, Aqua Slayer. Origin is the new Slayer map. No Fortress Slayer. So we got 5 map Slayer, right? No Empyrean, no Pit. They scrapped. Pit, midship has been, yes, I guess it's been scrapped for competitive. They said they were working on midship. It's not going to be on the HCS lineup, at least not for now, you know? So I don't know. Hopefully they can at least fix it and maybe bring it into ranked or something in the future. Yeah, the one thing about Empyrean, I think Pit was a pretty fun map to watch competitively. I didn't really enjoy playing it in ranked as much as I enjoyed watching it. Kind of like Argyle. Like Argyle is really fun to watch, but not as fun to play. Kind of like a frustrating one competitively. I know that some people have been saying maybe like Forbidden needs work because it plays so quickly, but that's kind of exciting as well. As far as like dual sniper maps, though, we've got Forbidden Fortress, right? Origin, I think, is going to mix up CTF in a way that hopefully is exciting. I just hope that the map like performs well, right? But Origin, CTF, I don't know. We got 1 sniper on that map. We got rocket launcher. So we got rid of Pit, which was the only map with rockets. Now we have a new map with rockets, right? We got the fuel rod in the game. I don't think the fuel rod's going to end up on any of this, to be honest. I just don't. It doesn't look like something that you would trade with any existing weapons in the sandbox. No sandbox has been adjusted, for the record. They adjusted the weapons. They didn't move anything. So the shotgun is still, the Bulldog is still on Streets. The Heat Wave is still on Aqua. It would be nice if the pros can experiment. I assume they're going to experiment with all the existing weapons and consider whether or not they want to GA it, because jiggle peeking is nerfed a little bit, right? So, I mean, we got the article. Now I can look at this, right? Overall, it's an 8 out of 10. Yeah, now you guys won't get upset with me. Overall, it's pretty good, but yeah, like instead of giving us like new weapons or changing the existing weapons in the sandbox, they tried to make it so that we'll pick them up again by adjusting all of the weapons. So, you know, we hopefully don't GA them. They might still get GA'd. You're sending me 2s now? Now I can look at it? Okay. 1 was wait, 2 was go. Yeah. All right. We had our fun. So the fuel rod spanker, right? So the big criticism of this weapon is it's kind of lazy, you know. The original fuel rod design is exciting, and it was in the game files to some extent as well, right? So it's a bit of a shame, but having a weapon that performs as a new weapon that performs like the fuel rod from a gameplay standpoint is something to look forward to. It's just, you know, definitely gives you the impression that they don't have the team that can actually give us like a nice brand new shiny weapon with animations and you know what I mean? Because the animations are literally just the spanker, I'm assuming. The article says weapon layouts have changed slightly. Okay, all right. Well, that's the reason why we're here. Let's go, Sultanic. Okay, if they changed it, let's see. So, fuel rod spanker. Anything crazy about this that we care to read? I don't want to read everything. So we know about the Operation Pass, right? The big thing with the Operation Pass, it's expanded to 50 tiers. If you guys are into that side of the game. It's cool. There's like 4 different armor sets, as we can see with the expanded pass. You got to spend 1,000 now, and if you don't spend 1,000 in the first month, then it's locked, and you don't have the exclusive armor until the summer, and it's going to release in the store for an even more expensive price. So they really want us to buy the pass, the 1,000 credit pass, right? For 2,500, you can skip some like 20 tiers of the 50 tier pass, and I think that essentially summarizes what they're doing with that. You got different weapon models. Unlock the BR75, hammer weapon model? BR75 for the battle rifle weapon coding. They got a different rocket launcher with Forerunner rocket launcher. Coliseum is a massive big help, and it's a color. Yeah, it's colored. It's a pretty looking map. It's a layout that I think could work well for. I hope will work well for Infinite. I'm always a little bit worried about the performance of Forge maps. So, you know, it's definitely not like midship in its design with the curved surfaces, but it's got a lot of rock structures. I hope that doesn't hurt the frames. Assault. So Assault is exciting. I hope we like it. Based off what we saw, they didn't talk about it. They showed the ball in a like a King of the Hill point, right? So in the base, for example, in Aquarius, you hold the ball there like you're playing King of the Hill, but you can't shoot while you're holding the ball, right? So I guess you bring the ball to a designated space in the map, the enemy's base or whatever, and you have to hold it for a certain amount of time until it blows up in your arms. Like, I don't know. Is it Elk this with the follow? Thank you. Welcome. And your teammate has to defend the guy who's holding the bomb and can't shoot. So It's interesting, I guess. We did what we could to optimize as much of the map as possible. Looking forward to everyone playing it. What's up, Mike? Good shit, by the way. This Mike's the main designer on the map, correct? We've got him in the chat here, so guys, give him some love. Been working on the map for over a year, right? This has been a long time coming, getting this Coliseum map in the game. If you drop the ball, the clock winds down as well if you want to shoot. Okay, so you don't lose all progress like Extraction, for example. You can hold the bomb temporarily, drop it, shoot a couple times, pick it back up, make some progress. That's kind of cool. Each team defends their bomb site as they battle over a neutral bomb, in the center of the map, aiming to escort the intrepid and heroic bomb carrier to the base to arm and detonate it. Okay. So pretty straightforward, honestly, but the fact that it's on Fortress and on Aquarius, which are typically CTF maps, could change things a bit. Like when we play King of the Hill, we're playing on asymmetrical maps that you set up in different ways. This is more like, it's like a modified CTF where we're kind of going back and forth on the bomb, trying to get it on our side and get the, the plant down. So it's like a more chaotic CTF, maybe. I don't know. It could be fun. So then we have Sandbox. But yeah, only 2 maps to try that out, and I hope the pros like it. Heatwave. Gus Thus with the follow. Thank you. These weapons might have... So GA, chat, I know you guys were asking about GA, gentleman's agreement. So the weapons that they modified are weapons that the pros have deemed too powerful for competitive play. And they have, like gentlemen, decided, they've agreed to not pick up these weapons anymore. So if you noticed in competitive play, the Bulldog sits on the weapon rack, the Heatwave sits on the rack, right? The Disruptor, and whatever else they tried to modify. The Assault Rifle, they all sit on the rack because the pros have decided that they're too powerful and they're too easy to use. So they stopped using them. So what Halo Studios has done is with the Heatwave, they have gone ahead and made the vertical shot less accurate. It spreads over time, the vertical, and they had footage of that so that you can't snipe as much with the Heatwave. It also has a slower rate of fire now as well. So you can't, I guess, spam it in the way that you would. The biggest thing about this, though, is the fact that the strafe, like depending on how much the strafe inertia changes gameplay, these weapons could be more or less powerful, right? Jiggle peeking is going to be less effective using these weapons. The thing is, like the type of gameplay that they promote. Let's go, Noble. Gifted to Mike. It should pop up. Hopefully. There we go.
Oh,
this is the way.
Good Halo right there.
Welcome, Mike.
That is just damn good Halo. My God.
Change other rank maps, but Origin, I think, is the first map with an individual nade spawners. 1 plasma on each spawn. Interesting. That is a unique feature of Origin, by the way, chat. So instead of getting 2 nades on the spawn, you get 1 plasma nade pickup. No insta-sploding, I guess. Cool. The gameplay that shotguns promote is what pros don't like, though. Sitting around a corner in like streets and then popping out and getting a shot beatdown and killing a guy, right? That will likely not change. You could hide in a corner and still kind of get away with it, but jiggle peeking with the shotgun is going to be less effective. Long range heatwave shots will be less effective. So those aspects of the weapon will be more balanced, and I think would be reason enough to like try the weapon competitively. Stalker, they're changing the rate of fire. It's a pretty minor change. 2.3 to 2.2, bro.
Right there.
Bob Trigger, let's go. Oh, Volpe with the gifted to Bob. Let's go, Bob. Welcome. Thank you, Volpe. Welcome, Bob, to the way. Appreciate it. This is a very subtle change to the Stalker, but I think it's something that the competitive community is going to notice. Just making it so you have to be more intentional when you pace your shots, because if you miss, you're going to get punished. It brings it more in line with the rate of fire of the bandit, or the time to kill of the bandit, I assume. Disruptor. The Disruptor has like bloom now, right? If you spam it, it becomes more inaccurate and has a spread to it. Disruptor will have it also ammo reduction as well. Okay, minimize effectiveness at long range. The bloom properties are getting an update. It's important to note that when we wanted to reduce its impact on Spartans at range, it's critical that the weapon retains its ability to EMP vehicles over long distances in larger battlefields. Fair enough. So it's still effective in your BTB EMPing, but it's still going to have the damage over time effect. If you get hit by 4 shots, I believe the DOT takes effect. So that aspect of it is still powerful, but the fact that it's less accurate, especially if you're spamming it, would make it harder to hit 4 shots reliably. I think, again, it'd be cool if the pros could try out all of these weapons. Let's un-GA everything for scrims and see what they think, you know? Okay, and then we've got the Bulldog. So the Bulldog had a similar update to the Heatwave. It's a slower rate of fire. No headshot multiplier. So I had no idea that there was a headshot multiplier on the Bulldog. If you aim and hit the head, you get more damage. And it's part of the reason why you could 2-tap versus a 3-tap, I guess, right? Not just hitting the full spread. If you're hitting upper torso head, I guess you're getting extra damage. So there's no more headshot multiplier, meaning we're going to see more 3-shot kills with the Bulldog more often. It doesn't change the fact that you can hit it, like hide around a corner and 1-shot beatdown. But the slower rate of fire is going to make it so that if you miss your shot, it's going to hurt you more, right? So getting a 2-shot is more rare, but it's going to take longer to get a 2-shot. Getting a 3-shot is more likely, but way more risky, right? So especially with the bandit rate of fire, there's going to be more situations where you're going to get outplayed using a Bulldog, and you're actually going to have to play corners with it to be effective with it. So I don't know. Let's try it out once again, right? I don't care. Go up a flight of stairs without risk of dying for... Wait, what are you talking about? They're running the entire game based on some pro nerds whining who play pro. Oh, you're upset, Zach. So what's your criticism of them changing these things, though? Like, because I don't think these changes are bad. They make the game different, you know? Like, if they'd never change any of the weapons, then that's boring. Even if you don't think the weapon is too powerful, having the same thing forever is also boring, in my opinion. It's like exciting to try something that's new and prioritizes, you know, skillful encounters more so. I prefer how things were before, especially strafing. We haven't even tried the strafing yet. Like, yes, I'm worried about the strafing's impact on the rest of the game, but if it somehow leads to the game being more skillful, then I'll take it, right? So I'm gonna approach this with an open mind and hope that we like it. And if we don't, then don't worry, you'll hear some feedback that is not well received, right? Phase event definitely won't be Atlanta. Big W. But it's invitational though, Blondie, right? So there's not going to be, the audience won't be there. But it's exciting for, you know, whoever does get the benefit of being there, right? It's a closed kind of circle. I'd love to be part of it though. You know, I'd love to work with Kason in that whole event. That's awesome. And a big W though. Big freaking W. 50K. Having Kason come into the community and support us like that means a lot. Especially with the top 4 teams and the storylines between them and how competitive things are. Let's see. That's a better mindset then, right, Zach? Like, instead of just approaching this with, like, this is bullshit, you know, let's see and hope for the best. Generally speaking, like, some pros can be kind of toxic in the way that they communicate. There's a reason why criticism happens the way that it does. And I think there are some people like Lucid or Snakebite who are a little bit better at articulating what the issues are, that make it easier for everybody else to, like, kind of get behind it. But yeah, I mean, I hope we like it. I don't know. I hope it's a good thing for the game. I'm worried about it too. Anyway, shock rifle. So shock rifles demonstrated greater effectiveness in longer ranges than anticipated when used in hip fire. So the big issue with the shock is it's too easy to hip fire headshot. People are getting like crazy clips with it, which on one hand is kind of exciting, but the objective here is to increase the skill gap using it in hip fire and also prioritize using it in scope like an actual sniper more so, right? So this is a pretty big change for competitive. And I wonder what it'll mean for the tournaments. Like, are we going to see hipfire headshots way less frequently, or is it subtle, right? And if we see less hipfire headshots, is that good for our esport, for the spectators? Like, it's exciting seeing headshots. Do the spectators really understand the difference if there's less of them? Like, if somebody hits it, do they actually understand how difficult it is? You know what I mean? For the people who are dedicated, like us, who are actively playing the game, it'll be exciting because we know the skill that it takes to pop off and hit a proper clip, but it could also make the weapon feel like less consistent or reliable, right? It's going to change the way that we use the weapon. And yeah, the shock, you could argue, is too powerful, 100%. So it's being changed for a reason. Online, at least, sure. Number of times I hit headshots and do zero. Oh, wait, it's broken in a bad way, you're saying. You do zero damage when you hit headshots? So the shock shoots a burst, though, right? So if you whip a headshot and you're not perfect and only 2 bullets, let's say, out of the 3 that come out hit the head, then the player doesn't die. He, like, loses shields, right? So hitting a perfect headshot, it does require a certain type of skill and, like, pacing when you move the reticle, right? Because you're shooting a burst. You're not shooting an individual, like, snapshot. I do like the shock rifle a lot. And once again, it's going to make the weapon more challenging. So it might make it feel less consistent. Hopefully it will also mean that hitting headshots is like more rewarding when we actually do, but it's definitely going to change the way we use it on the map. Because the way it's being used currently is like kind of like chaotic. Like you're using it almost like a shotgun. You're flying around with the grapple, you know, you're getting up in close range, long range, doesn't matter, holding angles, hitting, you know, especially with the pros, they're hitting tons of headshots. My opinion on nades being straight up heat-seeking on ranked. I feel like I'm losing my mind because they're genuinely magnetic at times. I don't know. I think that can, yeah, it can happen. It doesn't happen like super frequently. The way that nades bounce in the environment is frustrating as well. Neither of those things are like perfectly addressed with this update, but they did make some changes that hopefully will help your issue. I don't know, right? We'll talk about it. So the AR is getting the change. The initial accuracy is improved. So if you hit like just a couple bullets and feather it to pinpoint somebody from farther away, I guess you get better accuracy. There's no more headshot modifier with the AR though, right? I think the headshot modifier only took place after the shield break, I believe. You can correct me if I'm wrong. So you'd have to break the shields and then hit headshots after the shield break to get that quicker kill. The reason why they're taking it off is because they don't want the TTK to be too fast with this weapon, because in general, assault rifles are easier than other weapons that aren't assault rifles. You know what I mean? Automatic weapons are generally easier overall. Even if you don't have perfect aim, some of those bullets go up and they hit the face anyway, and that adds to your damage, increasing time to kill. So if you standardize and create a longer time to kill, then you limit the effectiveness of the weapon no matter what, and limit its ability to take over games too easily, right? That's the big thing, is like ensuring that any weapon that's on the map has some use in competitive play, but not so much so that it's like over prioritized or abused in some way. So it's a tricky balancing act. I don't know, but basically it's going to be less accurate when you hold it down, more accurate off the first couple shots, and then no headshot modifier and less ammo, I guess. Reduced starting ammo when you pick it up. It also spawns the same amount though, right? This weapon is on a different rack where it's, I guess it's red racked, but it spawns 30 seconds after it despawns. So it's still, relatively often it's in play, but with less ammo, it'll ensure that the player that has it for a shorter period of time. So I guess that's like a decent way to balance it. Feathering AR is back. Yeah, I think that aspect of the AR kind of disappeared with the recent update, the previous update. And that was kind of the issue, is like the AR felt sort of unique because it had that feathering aspect to it. But they took that out and now they brought it back. So, hopefully we like it. TSM was announced. Yeah. Is there a video for TSM? I mean, we know it's the Pure team, which is, he changed his name to TSM Druck. That's dope. I'm happy for Druck. I'm happy for Cherished that are from Toronto. Druck especially, who's been having these like visa issues and whatnot, getting to events. He spent an entire year not able to compete because he was having trouble getting across the border. But being represented by an org like TSM, I don't think that'll be a problem anymore. I think he should be okay. And he can actually, hopefully make a salary. So TSM, I don't know. Yeah, TSM. So the state of TSM financially, I've got no idea. Okay, I've heard some things from chat. You guys are saying that TSM might not be in the best position financially in comparison to where it maybe used to be. But what's undeniable is the platform that TSM has and the recognition that they have as an organization in esports. Right, 2.1 million followers on Twitter. Like, this is a tier 1 platform of a organizer. You know what I mean? So that I have to respect. Fucking blow my eardrums out. Jesus Christ. I'm going to hit the RT on this. Deadly roster. Love to see. Something like that, right? Clappity clap. Clap it up, baby. Clap. Give me some of that. There we go. Oh, yeah. This is where my OCD kicks in. Love to see. Oh, love to see. Something like that. It's a good team. Let's check this out. Druck joins it. That's another announcement. Okay, here we go. Ooh. Loud. Here goes nothing. Not going to see that as much. Looking mean.
On the ring.
Such beauty.
Also didn't expect to run into an elevator. Got the break.
Kilimanjaro.
Oh my god! Are you a magician?
This clip right here. Right here, look at this. Oh my god. Nasty ass clip.
Oh my god, dude!
Going screen.
Already dead. Oh my fucking god! Tallwick beats Frosty. Drunk is here as well.
Ooh.
With the ace kick. Oh! With the no-scope done.
Damn.
Game over.
Damn, give me chills at the very end of that one. Holy shit. Okay, this is the boys coming back together as well, right? You got to give some love for that too. Like Druck, Talik, and Soul Snipe with Manny though, originally KCP, right? They played together in KCP throughout the last like 2 years of Halo 5, all the way through Infinite until they were eventually split up, right? They found different teams but maintained their standing, right? Soul Snipe on Shopify, still within top 4, top 3, and then Druck making top 4 in Worlds alongside Talik, right, last year. So it's just crazy to see, you know, how dedicated these guys have been and how that they've maintained their standing despite the fact that they split up. They're back together again, right? Definitely saw it coming. The chemistry's there. I'm curious to see if they can finally push past their ceiling, though, right? Top 4, top 3 kind of ceiling. That's kind of the story for them, but they're definitely like, watch out, you know, no slouch. What's this? Partner announcement? Oh, yeah. Good choice. We saw this one coming too. Shopify gets partnered. Tease their HCS coding. Ooh, all white. Nice. Remember that one competitive map one of the pros made? I think it was Druck. Druck didn't make a map. No, looked almost like Laser Tag Arena. Do you remember it? Looking for, I'm not sure. That a pro made? Laser Tag Arena? Does chat know? I don't know. Envor. Oh, Envor might have made. Is it an Infinite, Beishi? Maybe you can help him out. Yeah, Envor made a couple maps. Actually, Envor is actually a pretty good forger. Clean. Yeah, that looks, the solid white is actually a sick decision. If we can go back to kind of simple with some of these skins, like I feel like they got a little bit too wild. Now that people have seen like 4 different versions of, say, like the SSG skin or whatever, they went and they took like liberties, like creative liberties to go like purple and green and get kind of wild with it. But like the standard solid colors, like a solid white, I think with Rebellion, that seems kind of nice, you know? It's kind of heat. If you guys know the name of the map, I don't remember what it was called. Yeah, if somebody can find it. So Envor would be the guy to ask. Look up Envor maybe on Twitter or Twitch. He streams sometimes. He'd probably be the guy to ask. He's the one who I think made it. FaZe is likely Trippy's team. Yeah, I know. It's going to happen. FaZe is going to be Trippy's team. I think that's what it is. Trippy, Dead Zone, Falcated, and Suppressed. High-quality roster. You'd hope that FaZe would announce, like today. You might as well with all the excitement and everything going on. But yeah, big deal team. What's happening with Native? I'm not sure, right? Native could maybe align themselves with like Lethal. You know, Lethal, Barcode, Collect. I don't know. Where's Boo Boo? Boo Boo might be on C9. That's the intel that we have right now. He might be on C9, but it's not like 100% guaranteed. He played with C9 recently. We're going to do a full Roster Mania roundup, the final one, the official, you know? We'll talk about all the teams. I want to talk about kind of the backgrounds and storylines behind each team and what they were previously and why they are where they are now and like what I expect to see from them type thing, you know, type shit. So wait, you know, we'll try to get like a proper discussion together where we can kind of properly intro each roster and my expectations for each roster in the year. Apart from that, we still got this article. Barcode, Collect, Tapping. No, Tapping's on the LATAM roster already, though. They need an org, but that's his team. He announced it. He's playing with, he's repping Mexico again. No champ rank, by the way. Champ rank would have been nice for this update. We didn't get that, so we're still working through Onyx. No changes to rank, no changes to like SBMM, right? There's a lot of conversations that we had there that unfortunately weren't seen today. Still want to see champ rank. A little bit disappointed they didn't even talk about it. They could have talked about it. They didn't do that. So it makes me think that it's a long way out or maybe never happening. Yeah, it's a shame Ola doesn't play. That is, I mean, we talked about it. Okay. So the nade changes are actually a big deal, right? So they changed nade physics and cast time. Halo Infinite nades throw faster than any other nades in any Halo game. If you want to whip out 2 of them back to back, it's actually very quick. So I don't mind this change. They made it a little bit slower, but not so slow. Oh, here you go. Here are the times. Halo CE. So Halo Reach had the second. Oh, this is the before on Halo Infinite. What's the after on Halo Infinite? 1.92. So it throws slower than, Halo 4. It throws slower than Halo 4 if you want to whip 2 out. Where's Halo 5? How fast was Halo 5? It's not on the list for some reason. I'm okay with that. The objective is to reduce nade spam and ensure that you have to think more carefully about when you choose to nade. I wonder if it also increases the length of the nade throw animation as well, so that you're vulnerable for longer when you're tossing a nade. It didn't look like that. Like, I think the nade still whips out at the same speed, but there's a longer delay, maybe, between throws. Halo 5 doesn't even exist to them, bro. I think it would have been around the same, but yeah, I'm not sure. That'll take some getting used to if you're used to throwing out 2 nades at like a certain speed, right? And then the bounce is a big difference. The bounciness of frag grenades has increased, allowing for players to make more creative, skillful play, but also changing some of the setups and lineups we have currently. They might become less effective, and we might not be able to use them as much because the nade will probably bounce farther than we're used to. We have to set the nade up differently, maybe, right? But it might lead to like new nade lineups that didn't exist, bouncing nades from lower points to higher levels, to hit new shit. So somebody like Lucid would be the guy that I would look to find like a new nerdy lineup, or like some of these top players will definitely put something together, like a Ryan Noob, let's say, and make this worthwhile. Perpendicular friction changes. Yeah, we'll see. We saw the video; it looked pretty noticeable. Base play was fine with the nades. It wasn't terrible, but I don't mind the change. Something new. Strafe acceleration, big deal. I don't know how much of a difference 1 to 0.78 scalar in strafing speed is. Chat was telling me that you can try this. Can we turn this can we retune this now? Is that a thing we can do in customs? Banish weapon coatings? I don't know. 22% seems somewhat significant. Yes. If we can try it, it'd be interesting, but it'll reduce the effectiveness of jiggle peeking. I just hope that it doesn't change the other stuff. So what about strafing and sprint strafing, right? Will that become more important to sprint strafe between shots or less important, or sliding between shots? Will that be more important? Lucid did it on stream. It's very significant. What did Lucid say? It's a pretty huge reduction. What did Lucid say? I'm curious. All right, we're going to try it out. And I also want to hear Lucid's thoughts. They didn't nerf AA, which is that's the worry, right? Oh, he tried 80%? Who am I? I don't know. That's a good question. I'm still figuring that out, honestly. Who are we, chat? Ranked updates. Okay, so Origin now. It definitely nerfs jiggle peeking. It doesn't remove it entirely. Doesn't affect curb slides. That's really good to hear. Coliseum makes a comeback. I'm excited about it. We can try Coliseum out. If Mike is still lurking in the chat, is the version of Coliseum that's in the game currently, is that the final version? Or is there going to be another reworked version released on February 4th? That's my only question. Because technically we could try it out and play Origin now, if that's not the case. Ranked map updates. Camo is getting swapped with Overshield. Oh, we're getting Camo and Aqua now. We're getting Camo back in Aqua, but no change to Camo overall. Threat Seeker replaced with plasma grenades on Hydro. Threat Seeker was never on Aquarius. This must be for social, right? Not tripping? Wait. Oh, we have Threat Seekers now instead of plasma nades. One side of the map has a Threat Seeker. One side of the map has plasmas. That's kind of a crazy change. That's interesting. So we're going to be shooting Threat Seekers around? I guess. I don't know. I guess you get one. So what that does is it sends a ping for anybody that's in the available environment. As long as you're not behind any cover, you get exposed for like 3 seconds. Kind of random. Honestly, kind of random. But sure, we'll try it, I guess. Forbidden. Battle rifles added to the front of bases. Oh, so battle rifles more accessible now. That's a good change. Now you can pick up the BR right away. You can use it to cross map right away versus having to go to that awkward corner in the back of the base to get the BR. That's a good change. Thrust replaced with Threat Seeker at Big Door. So there's no more Threat Seekers, and we're using thrusts on Forbidden now? Threat Seeker is being added to Aquarius, and it's being taken off of Forbidden in the place of, I assume, 2 thrusts now.
This is the way.
Run it down. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. I kind of like that. I like adding movement, mobility, and whatnot to the map. It's going to create new skill jumps that didn't actually exist. Like, we might be able to do jumps that wrap around top mid now. You know, like some weird new stuff with the thrust in play. I don't know if it'll make the map faster paced, because you can use it to like get through angles with the flag and whatnot, and maybe make your flag run movement or your survival while running the flag, you know, better, let's say. Threat Seeker was hardly useful on Forbidden. Yeah, I think the thrust is an exciting change. I didn't expect it, but I'm here for it. Battle Rifle added to Turbine. Oh, they put a BR on the... Remember the back of the Turbine had the needler on it? So they added a BR to Livefire. There's only one BR on the map now, right? The map didn't have any BR previously, I think. So now we have one BR on the map. Interesting. Recharge. Shock Rifle has been placed on a power weapon pad to align with the properties of Solitude. Oh, shit. Okay, so on top of nerfing the shock, they made it a tier 3 power weapon now. So it's going to spawn less frequently. Damn, there's going to be way less shock rifle on recharge. That's an interesting change. Interesting change. So they really nerfed the hell out of that weapon on recharge. It's going to change. Yeah, big. Between the magnetism change and the amount that we're going to see it in play, it's completely going to change the effectiveness of just like setups and whatnot in recharge. Johnny Wannabe, thank you for the YouTube follow. Appreciate it. Solitude. Commando Rifle replaced Bandit at bottom mid. That's fine. I think Commando... Is Commando already on the map? Maybe there's no Commando on the map. Added Battle Rifle to Blue Ramp. Oh, sorry. That's where the Commando was. They swapped the position of the Commando and put it on bottom mid. They added a BR instead of the Commando in the hotel area. Okay. Additionally, to keep the experience fresh and address points of feedback we've received from ranked players, we're adding some new geometry to a few maps. Specifically, we've added new jumps to some of our core maps in ranked. I will say it's pretty cool that we've gone full circle at this point, because if you go back to year 1, Halo Infinite, they were nerfing skill jumps left and right, taking them out of the game, right? Now they're saying they're adding jumps. They're going out of their way. No Bulldog on streets? Oh, bro, I fucking skipped it. No Bulldog on streets. We got Sidekick on... That's actually the biggest change out of all of them, maybe. Okay, so no more GA Bulldog on streets. Sidekick instead. That's actually a big change. No more no more skipping on the vending machine. We're actually picking up the damn weapon. Bro, no. All right. I skipped it. It was this one little text line. No more shoddy. We don't have to worry about whether or not we're going to GA it anymore. It's just not even in the sandbox anymore. So no... Oh, you know what? Pit's out of the fucking map pool, so no more shoddy. We'll see if we're still using the heat wave on Aquarius, because they didn't get rid of the heat wave on Aquarius, so we might still see that in play. Did they show the map changes, like boxes? They showed, yeah, video footage of the new jumps. So, yeah, so on... Wait, they don't have it here, though? Aquarius Forbidden Recharge in Streets. They added a jump in Streets on B stairs to get up to the ledge below B stairs. They added a jump in Aquarius to get up to the top of the half wall. If you're on the fragnades, you could be standing on the fragnade platform, jump to the side of the half wall, and then jump up. You could also sit on the side of the half wall now. And they also added a second jump on Recharge to get up to top gold from down low in the hallway, which is pretty dope. Have they removed all skill? They haven't removed any jumps as far as I'm aware. They didn't say anything about it, but they could have stealthily removed something. We don't know. Like, note that there's certain jumps on Recharge, like ledges on Recharge, that were not intended. They didn't say anything about removing or changing any of that. I hope they didn't. And they just added stuff. Soren, thank you for the follow. The jump to top gold is a big deal. Like, getting to top gold accessibly from the bottom of the map completely changes how we navigate that area of the map. Like, it's going to make more sense to go through the lower portion of the hallway than go up to top gold in certain situations. You could use it to finesse and make a play as well. There's a sneaky ledge above that physical ledge that we've been using. You know, you might be able to go from the physical ledge to the sneaky ledge to gold, depending on how the distance is between them, right? If you guys know what I'm talking about. Forbidden, they added a branch sticking out in the pit, the courtyard area, where you can jump from that block in the courtyard and grab a branch and then get up into the window. That's kind of cool. You could use it for flag runs. You might be able to skip your clamber if you jump from the ramp to the branch. Yeah, new strafing now. What's this?
Improve these maps and change them out a little bit. As you can see here, we've added jumps that may look
I should be tweeting this, honestly.
subtle at first, but really
Tweeting about
can make
this.
some impactful moments in games. Like you see the one in Aquarius, I think that's my favorite.
Yeah, it's
another route into the base, whether you want to pull.
The Aquarius one is a huge deal, right? Like, normally you have to wrap through a tight corridor. You're going to get hit by nades. You have to wrap through this area. Yeah, it's a big, big deal, right? Now, this is a huge alternative. Like, it's going to make running through P side of the map in general more powerful. It might change how we run flags or approach running flags. And you can avoid a lot of potential nade spam or, yeah, this is something that I had hoped that they would do, and they're finally like embracing the possibility of like adding jumps and new routes to maps. It's a very like low effort way to make new content, you know, that people will actually appreciate. So it's good that they're listening.
Aquarius, I think that's my favorite.
Yeah,
another route into
Heatwave is less accurate at range and a slower rate of fire. The Bulldog has a slower rate of fire. It doesn't even matter what they did to the Bulldog because they took it out.
This is a really big one too.
Yeah.
So there's a sneaky ledge up here, right? Can you jump to this sneaky ledge from? You probably can, honestly. Crouch jump backwards, land on this. You go up here to the corner, unless they removed it, which hopefully they didn't. But the way that you approach getting to top gold, completely different now, right? It's kind of a big deal.
You can see here.
This is a really big one too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you can see here, just different routes to keep your opponent guessing. You know, sometimes
if you get stuck in B, like in the bottom here, right? Because there are often situations where you drop and you're kind of stuck in this area. You've got a new route alternative to get up to this ledge. This ledge used to be a physical object, which I sort of wish that they would bring back, right? This one's kind of nerdy. Yeah, if they made this a physical ledge, then this would be crouch jump up, right? Versus like this is a forced clamber.
As you learn over time.
Oops, they didn't show the end of that. But that height, right, is a forced clamber. So it'd be nice if they also added collision to this ledge. So it's like a seamless transition up. But it's cool that we got an alternative. Yeah, these are all great additions. And they make the map feel kind of fresh.
Improve these maps and change them out a little bit.
This is definitely a big deal because now it's going to make dropping from the window like a reasonable option, right? Because normally what happens is like you'll be fighting in this area and then somebody shoots you from behind and you're forced to drop and then you're just dead later because there's not much that you can do to finesse this area. You've got no alternative to get out. Now when you get your shields, if you manage to earn, you know, the opportunity to jump up, you've got an easy access point to get to this window.
You can see here, we've added.
And you can optimize this with flag runs. So I can hit a fast flag run strat and bounce off the block and grab this with a clamber and then come up and keep running the flag, right?
Jumps that may look subtle.
It's a death pit in there. Exactly. Yeah. So it's actually going to be more useful. And people might start attempting new flag runs because of that. Hey, man, these are all W changes, and they should do more of it. You know, more intentional map collision changes, because that's something the community, the competitive community especially, will really get behind and appreciate. Kills a lot of choke points and bottlenecks. That's exactly what they seem to be looking for, is like, what are the areas of the maps where there's, like your options are limited to get to the those high ground positions, making those high ground positions like very powerful and oppressive, and also like the tight corridors where you could get naded for free. Now you've got an alternative option to avoid some of those predictable nades, you know? It make things a little mixy. We're not getting a new oddball map. That's a shame. The fact that we're getting a bomb game type sort of compensates a little bit, but it would have been nice to get a proper new oddball map, especially with all the Forge Hub apps that we've been playing recently. Thank you, Mac. Welcome. Forge updates. Fuel rod spanker and bomb object added to Forge. Increased nav marker functionality. Added ability set to object team. Improved control of generic objects when entering kill volumes. Enhanced physics controls. Inclusion of damage source object. This is stuff that doesn't really apply to us. It applies to the forgers. That's the article. Did we see? They didn't show much on the assault game type. We just talked about it. Yeah. Okay, we're up to date. Chat, we're up to date. We got it all. Did anybody clip Lucid's impressions of the strafing? What we can do is maybe try out the strafe inertia and jump on Origin real quick, and then I might get going in a little bit. I'm gonna hit the bathroom first, though. It wasn't everything we wanted, but the stuff that we did get was a W. Yeah, there's some good stuff here. For the hardcore fans, it's definitely not going to bring like too many new fans to the game, but that's something that I kind of expected. The only like I guess L is like it's going to be a while till we get another update that's comparable in size, right? Like not until summertime will we get an update that's similar in size to this. We're going to get little operation updates like in the months to come, and it'll be mostly like cosmetics, store stuff, right? Which is less exciting. All right, I'll be right back. Good. Guardian of Center. It's just I think it's just a default desktop because I factory reset my PC and I made no changes to the desktop. Hi Natasha, it's been a while. Will I be an SSG fan? I'm definitely a fan to an extent. I don't know, like I'm a fan of everybody. I like the announcement a lot though. They're an excellent roster. They're a really good roster. And the announcement got me hyped for them too. So it's tricky. It's definitely tricky. We got a lot of really good teams this year. Fan of whoever has purple. Nobody has purple, I don't think. Envy was the closest we would have had to that.
Yeah, there's people.
asking who is the FaZe Clan roster.
If you go and look at the blotted out picture,
it looks like Trippy. We played a lot of guests at Halo Pro. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we know who it is going to be.
Yeah, no. I mean, the go invert the color. Can you invert the colors on it? It'd be so funny.
No way. No way, do it.
Sure. Oh, you're talking about the case on.
It should be further up this page.
It's the case on.
Yeah.
So,
dude, you can see his face.
Dude, just invert the colors. Make it like negative colors if you can. I'm pretty sure he would show up like a Christmas light, dude.
Let's see.
There's no way.
Some different.
Oh my
God! Oh my God! Yo!
All right, on the news.
No. That's a rookie mistake. Rookie mistake, bro. That's a rookie mistake.
Get out here, bro.
There's no way. There's no way it was that easy.
Hell, man. I didn't think that was gonna work.
Yo, someone go clip that for me, bro. We can go announce the roster right now.
Bro, they just leaked the whole roster. Holy shit. There's no walking that back. It's on the internet now. They might as well announce. Like right now just to get ahead of it, right? Like oh wait, this is the wrong account. I'll show it again, man. Wait, give me a second. This is loud. Damn, I thought I could get it off memory. I have this like new passwords for everything. I thought I had remembered it. I'll get it next time. Yeah, if you somehow missed it here, or no, did it go away? I think I closed. I think I closed the page. You had a wonderful veggie pizza for dinner. That sounds yummy. I gotta eat dinner. I haven't had dinner yet. Whoever linked it in the chat, you can link it again for them. Saw more streamers getting hacked recently. Sadly, one of the Destiny 2 streamers I watch had his YouTube hacked. If he's a big content creator, he'll be fine. He'll probably get if you have a certain amount of followers, like hundreds of thousands of followers, you likely have like a partner manager who can like help you through that process. The issue is for the people who don't have that manager and don't have like very active, super active followings. Like so the people like 100,000 subscribers and under, or if they're over 100,000, yeah, I don't really know 100% how it works, but hopefully you got it back the same day. Jesus. What are the plans? Real quick, I want to try to jump onto Origin. And can we change the strafe inertia quickly? I'm going to have to spend time with this on my own. Oh, yeah, this is the link.
Asking who is the FaZe Clan roster.
They just inverted the colors.
Get like negative colors if you can.
Some different.
Oh my God!
Yeah, it literally just exposes Trippy's face straight up. It's not even a surprise now, so we know exactly what to expect with FaZe. Which that's going to be a hell of a series, hell of a matchup. FaZe is in a difficult position though, right? They're going up against 3 behemoths in their own tournament, right? It's a 50 grand showcase, and they're the 4th place team out of the top 4 here, right? It's going to be a tough one for them. It changed, yeah, from 1 to 0.78. Correct. Origin ranked? No. Should just do like, let's just do like rank CTF. I assume it's a 5 flag. Or it'd be easier to just pick Slayer just in case. Sandbox? Wait. That's melee. What's it under? It's in movement? Oh. Movement speed scalar. Is this new? You can't pick, you have to pick 80%? Is the, wait. No. Forward, backward speed scalar, acceleration scalar, strafe speed scalar, strafe acceleration scalar. What the? It's been in game for a while? Penguin, trippy, falcated, suppressed. Correct, yes. Wait, chat, if I just change movement speed scalar, that's all movement sets player maximum movement speed? That's different. That's the speed. Okay. So I have to change the forward back speed and the acceleration, or just the acceleration? It's just strafe acceleration? Acceleration scalar. Okay, thank you. But you can't do 0.78. It's going to be slightly under this is what we're saying. 80. Forward back acceleration scalar, strafe acceleration scalar, 80. That's kind of crazy. If it's just been in the game for a while, it took us this long to find like a number that they wanted to release. Like, not gonna lie, I'm freaking worried. I'm nervous. I was never I don't know if I was the best strafer to begin with. I think that like mobility, like sliding out of your shots and like sprinting in your strafe, because sprint speed isn't changing, right? So maybe that will be even more meaningful now, because that will be our way of speeding up the strafe and mixing up, gunfights. Try no-scoping? I feel like it'll be easier. Why would it be easier? I didn't change the strafe speed to 80. The strafe speed isn't changing. It's the acceleration that's changing, apparently. Not the strafe speed, right? It's the acceleration of the strafe. So the max strafe speed...
the enemy.
I mean, you can still kind of get your wiggles out. Okay. That's a tough ledge to slide off. This is the new map, by the way. It's running on over 200 FPS. Did they take this out? Ooh, they didn't take it out. Oh my god, they didn't take it out. Oh. That's gonna be fun. That's actually gonna be fun. Oh, that's gonna be fun. Yeah, no, this is gonna be a fun map. Imagine throwing a flag to your teammate like that, like hitting a flag run like that and getting a toss to the bridge. You do it this way. This is not physical. Oh, interesting. You have to go from up above. Can you do... You can do that. Wow, and they made it like symmetrical too, so you can do it both sides. People aren't gonna miss. You know what though? Like,
Plasma grenades obtained.
okay, so one thing I'll say, I don't know if this is gonna feel different when they actually show it to us, but it's not like classic Halo. Like, I'm not like swaying out. I'm just slower. Like, my strafe is just slower. Is basically what it is. It's like my... I think that like sprinting and sliding in your strafe is going to be more powerful now, though. Right? Like... I'm not gonna lie, like, I actually don't mind it. Just off what I'm playing with right now, I think it's really doing is it's just making jiggle peeking slower, like, but it's still gonna be effective. Like, you can still jiggle peek, like, that's not gonna change, right? Like, I think, what did Lucis say? I'm kind of curious. So you're gonna peak, but like if the strafe is slower, you're getting less shots out when you're jiggle peeking. Like the rate of fire at which you're peeking effectively is slowed down very slightly. So it could lead to like less cross map damage because you have to be a little bit more intentional with like how quickly you're coming out. So it's basically the same. Yeah, it feels the same, just slower is what this feels like to me. So, like, you're not, like, skating out like classic Halo, where you, like, skate out and have to pull yourself, like, back in, sort of, you know what I mean? It's just, like... It'll take me all of, like, 10 minutes to kind of just get the hang of, I think. And I think it will incentivize that we learn techniques like sliding, like shooting sliding, and sprinting in between shots. I should have picked, like, infinite ammo or something. Also, the bandit changes? The bandit hasn't changed. The game already looks better. Actually, okay, so we don't know how powerful... Like, the aim assist hasn't changed, right? So... Can you not get up here? I don't think you can get up here. Oh, you can get up here? Wait, is this in the map? Oh, it's kind of tricky, though. Okay, it's going to take some, like, precision, and you're very vulnerable when you do it. Yo, I bet Penguin is on face. We already confirmed it. It got leaked, Burning. LVT leaked it by accident. Basically, like, the graphic for the Kason Invitational. I'm going to jump off the map. It showed that Trippy was in the graphic. They darkened his face, and they just flipped the colors around on the image, so we already know it's Trippy's team. Bandit rate of fire was increased, so it takes longer. Bandit rate of fire was not increased, was it? What do you mean? It's the same. What did they say about the bandit? Chad, did they change the bandit rate of fire? They didn't. It changed in the past. The bandit rate of fire changed, yeah, like a year ago. How low can you go? Ooh, this is kind of sick. Oh, okay. That's kind of cool. I'm gonna jump around on this, and then we'll come back and find some skill jumps. I should have hit this up in trading mode, I think. No bandit changes, as far as I'm aware, yeah. Wait, so... It doesn't feel like it's had, like, a super significant effect on, like, your air strafe ability. Doesn't look like there's a physical edge there. Can you... This is very tall. Used to be able to jump up here. Oh, nice, they made it symmetrical. This ledge didn't used to exist here. It adds like an option to slide, kind of. Now you can't get up here. Normally you could get up here. Like from this position. This is crouch jump height, I think, if you're... Yeah. You could do something like that. Or you could definitely reach that. Bandit rate of fire was not decreased.
5 minutes remaining.
This is why I gotta go in training mode. I think you can stand in the back of that. I changed the acceleration, the strafe acceleration to 80% in forward backward movement and strafe movement, left right. So just strafe acceleration and forward backward movement acceleration scalar or whatever. There was a ledge that was here. Yeah. Looks like they made it even more pronounced, honestly. Yeah, it's still a physical ledge. You can like access it like, wow, that's kind of a cool way to get to it if you can finesse that. Using like a late jump and like wrapping, that's probably possible. Gotta kind of like hit it in a way where you can late jump and stand on it. 80%, yeah. But it's 78, so it'll actually be slightly slower, I guess. I don't know. It'd be cool. It's cool. It doesn't feel a lot different. Like it feels, you feel it, but it's not like game changing to the point where the game feels like bad. Oh, that's not physical. Update's not out, but this map is available in the custom game, so we can look it up in custom, and you can also change your base movement, your strafing, to be similar to what the update is going to be. So that's what we're kind of experimenting with. So when you're in the base here, you can go both ways. Jeez. I believe. Which is kind of like a slick way.
Sniper inbound.
Slick way to get around here and avoid like predictable angles, right? It's cool that that's accessible.
S7 sniper available.
Yeah, I just think the jiggle peek is gonna be like less cheesy. You can do this. You can probably get around. Here. Yeah, I'm cool with it. As far as jumps, I don't know if there's like that much more than what we were looking at here. I'm excited. They made this a forced clamber. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Like, you can still do it, though. I think what it does is it just, like, reduces the amount of cross-map damage you're doing because you're peeking out slower a little bit. But you can still do it in such a way that you don't, like, expose yourself. Like, it's still going to be a very important technique. Test this map out tomorrow. Yeah, you can test it out with bots. Anyway. That's a physical edge. Cool. You can slide off that, too. Yeah, as far as I can tell, curb sliding seems the same. Despite that change, right? It's not a 1-1 scale. Certain aspects of the map are 1-1 scale, and then other aspects of the map aren't. There's a ledge here that lets you go up, yeah. You can just, like, walk around the edge. That's kind of neat.
One minute remaining.
No real advantage to, like... I was thinking if you, like, spawn here, can you slide out quick at least? It does feel like, I don't know, like movement might be a little bit more like floaty, uncoordinated as a result of the change, I think. Like, I think it might change your air strafe speed a little bit. It's hard to tell. So, just something to keep in mind, but it's not so substantial that you guys are going to feel like the game is like completely different. Like, it's more... Yeah.
10 seconds.
S7 sniper inbound.
Sniper's gonna be broken at top mid, like on the catwalk.
Victory.
It feels okay to me. I haven't shot anything. I'm just like walking, but it feels okay. Like we're on 80%. It's going to be 78%. The strafe acceleration speed is slower to 78%. That's what the change is to the strafe. There's a fuel rod spanker or whatever. There's a bunch of weapon tuning updates for the existing weapons. They got rid of the bulldog on streets. They're replacing it with a sidekick now. And then they added things like BRs to different maps. They added skill jumps to different maps as well, like new jumps to Recharge, to Streets, and to Forbidden and Aquarius. Pretty exposed. The map is designed that way. Yeah, it's one of those maps where, like, kind of like classic Halo, it opens up to you immediately, and you've got open sight lines across the whole map. So you got to be very, strong with your shot to kind of navigate the environment, but also careful with like how you choose the routes that you choose and whatnot. Right. I'm excited for ranked squad battle too. Yeah, I'm definitely going to play a little bit of that. I think that's going to be a fun game type to like even kind of chill in a little bit, even though it's ranked. Mary from Manitoba is still in town. So, okay. Wait, who's that? Cool. She watched you play Halo? That's cool. I don't know. As long as you're enjoying yourself. Why is fuel rod spanker not just a fuel rod? Laziness. I don't know, man. I think it was like an easy opportunity for them to sort of add a weapon to the game. So that was the route that they went with. It's like they did like a spanker model. They just added like a spanker model and then gave it fuel rod, properties. So you could see that it was kind of a easy switch. 2 change. 1 it was. Oh yeah. All right. I think that pretty much does it for me for now. Boy, it looks dumb. The spanker, it does look a little silly. Yeah, it does look a little silly. I want to have dinner. Let's raid Lucid. I hope that the changes to the weapons lead to no more GAs. They definitely changed the worst stuff, like the Bulldog that we have an issue with. That's not a problem anymore because there's no Bulldogs. There's no more Pit CTF. They got rid of Pit CTF. We've got Forbidden CTF now, right? We've got Forbidden Assault, and we've got Aquarius Assault, which is something to look forward to. The Heat Wave, I'm hoping, gets brought back into Aquarius. I think that would be fun. I don't think they took the Heat Wave off of Aquarius. We've got thrusts on Forbidden, which is kind of exciting. We've got a Threat Seeker on Aquarius. The AR no longer OP. Yeah, the AR has changed quite a bit. It's got no headshot modifier, so it's going to be a lot harder to really get away with kills, making it more reasonable to pick up. Same with the Disruptor. The Disruptor is going to be less accurate now as well. Yeah, large party rank modes are going to be sick, dude. I can't wait. That's going to be fun. All right, give on Twitch, if you're in the Twitch chat, give Lucid some love, please. I think he's trying things out.
It is definitely an ape nerf. Like, that I didn't realize how much this will impact the rest of the game in that aspect.
What?
Like, you're still going to be able to push. You can still do it. It's just going to be more delayed. Like, you can't just, like, throw your grenade and, like, insta-hit everything out. Like, you're going to have to punish.
Throw a nade and switch weapons. You can switch weapons to cancel your nade.
Nade in the instant curb slide.
Yes.
Again, I didn't realize that it was this big.
Switch weapons.
Like this is actually a little bit slower than it will be, so it'll be a little bit more sped up than what I'm doing right now. But this is pretty damn close to what it's going to be. So that is a big deal.
Interesting.
Right
so if you have just one weapon,
grenade, you can like I should be able to hit this.
Yeah, you could sprint G-side quicker.
Curb slide instantly on standard Halo right now.
Interesting. So Lucid's talking about the sandbox right now. You guys are gonna get thrown over there in a second. Give Lucid some love.
Mashing sprint. That's when I sprint. Mashing sprint. That's when I sprint. It's literally like 20% slower. More incentive to have a secondary. I mean, yeah, you're gonna want to probably rely on grenades a little bit less. In a gunfight if you're freaking the fuck out or have no ammo. I guess, but that's not necessarily the takeaway. 100%. Switch to weapon to insta-sprint? Here. That might actually be something. You might.
There
be
you go.
onto something.
Yeah.
Okay, that actually I think is an animation cancel.
Yeah, it's an animation cancel.
By definition. Yeah, try right there. Thank you. Hope you had a good stream. There's a lot to unpack.
Okay. Send it over to Lucid.
Yeah.
If you guys are watching on YouTube,
So
I appreciate you guys
it
hanging
does
out on
look
YouTube.
Like that weapon swap does this.
Appreciate you,
That is kinda
Shada.
interesting. I think
Have a good
this is
night on
okay.
YouTube, guys. Have a good night, Twitch.
This
I
is at
appreciate
least-
y'all.
This is actually a little bit of a skill grab.